What are we gonna call ourselves?
That's actually a good question.
The gaming Johns. We got John Protman. We got John RuneScape. Nah, that's stupid. mm.
That makes me think of
It's Joe RuneScape, thank you.
Is it Joe? How was John?
I'm like four derps with a microphone.
Nah. All right, good name. We need good name. All right, so YouTube channel Dragon Haven Gaming. That's
I mean, you could just go for the Dragon Haven, like the Dragon Haven podcast.
the Dragon Alcove.
I mean, that could also work. But I was saying is if you want to like bring
Dragon
traffic
Den.
to your that too.
That's
'Cause
overused.
I was about to say, well,
It will-
if you
Dragon's Den will get
Sky.
it will get like buried in like in all the searches.
I'm saying Sky, if you want to like bring traffic to your YouTube channel as well, you could just stick with Dragon Haven.
Yeah, you know what? Sure.
I mean, it's the same name as your YouTube channel. You can just go, oh, the Dragon Haven podcast, and then boom, you got it.
You know what? Sure, whatever. Let's stick with it.
I'm just saying it could work.
Apparently, there's a show called Dragon's Den. That's just the Shark Tank again.
That's funny.
What's the Shark Tank?
It's that show where people with startups would go into the room and they would attempt to pitch their startup to this panel of investors.
Oh, I know. Okay, I know.
Sometimes you saw this really cool idea that was actually kind of cool, and then other times you would see this really stupid idea that was really dumb. Why did you think anyone would like this? You put this on national TV, you idiot. And then most of the time it was just stuff.
Yeah.
And no, actually, and then some of the times where I've seen like a lot of clips are hilarious scams, and like
Well,
I love
again that falls into the why would you put this on national TV? Are you stupid? Are you retarded? Are you brain dead?
All right, you guys ready to start?
I guess so.
All right, let's pretend there's some music going around. Music, ooh, yay, fanfare, whatever. Okay.
Dragon Haven is recorded in front of a live studio audience.
Dragon Haven is recorded in front of a live AI audience.
All right, everybody, welcome to Dragon Haven. This is a new podcast I am making right now. I am here with my co-host, Z, Brett, and Mel, who's in look of a girlfriend. You wish. All right. So our first topic, First topic is irrelevant. We are not doing the first topic because it's a bunch of news, and that news is irrelevant by now. So we're gonna skip that and go to the meat and bones of things. Also, now that since I'm editing right now, might as well add some stuff. Our opinions are not facts or anything. We're just having fun with it. Actually, they have changed quite a bit since we recorded this. But next stream, maybe, next podcast. Anyways, we got some movie stuff going on. Mostly negative. We got Netflix. Yeah, we got Netflix.
Oh boy.
We all know about Stranger Things and how it got delayed because there's some like Hollywood strikes going on. So, yeah. I guess
we support employees being treated like actual fucking employees.
I sure do.
Actual fucking humans.
Yeah, if you treat your employees right, guess what? They do their best at their job. If you treat them like slaves, they will not be happy.
They get upset.
Yeah.
Who would have guessed?
Yeah.
And on top of that, Netflix also released Cleopatra. That did not go well. They're getting sued by Greece, they're getting sued by Egypt, which is funny.
That would be funny if they got sued by Greece.
That would be actually.
Are they getting...
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna Google it real quick.
That would be hella funny. Oh, he's gonna check just to make sure.
I'm gonna make sure.
Let's make sure they didn't sue. They didn't sue in an attempt to get some money to. Keep themselves afloat just that little bit longer.
No, it's a lawyer from Egypt to sue the platform, seeking that their streaming services be banned in the country where Cleopatra ruled this country's last active rule 1 to 30 BC. So yeah, no, they are like they are wanting Netflix banned in Egypt because of this.
Oh wow.
Wow. Wow.
It's like what?
Yeah.
You're
And it ain't because
misrep-
Cleopatra. It ain't because Cleopatra's black. You don't get 1% audience rating and 12% critic rating on Rotten Tomatoes by just making a character that may or may not have been black.
I wonder if
black.
those. I wonder if those ratings change. I wonder if they're lower now.
Let's see.
You
It
know what?
said.
Let's find out.
Let's
'Cause,
find
it
out.
said, what is it? The lawyer accused the streaming service of erasing the Egyptian identity of Cleopatra in a legal complaint submitted to Egypt's public prosecutor on Sunday, according to local news agency. Yeah, apparently it came after just the trailer, by the way.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious. So this is actually because she's. It's not because she's black per se. This is because they portrayed this as a documentary.
Yeah,
That's-
like the docudrama
There's
series.
so many fucking
Uh,
Cleopatra
it's
shows.
not.
In 20. What the hell?
Yeah.
There was one with there was one back in the I think the 70s with
There is so many. Like, there's one 2016, 2007, 2003, 1999, 1963, 1934, 1917, 1912, 2013, 1998. Then there's the TV shows, and I'm not even that. Wait, some of these are still running. What the hell?
Oh
I'm
no.
like, Cleopatra
Oh, hey, oh, I
is
found
super
it.
famous.
Oh, hey, I found the actual thing. Okay. Oh,
Oh,
wow,
look
it
at
actually
Taylor.
went up. It went up
What, by how much?
2% in the audience ranking and 3% in. Oh, wow. It
Well,
actually got higher.
Well, I will say that it probably got higher because more people are aware of it. So it's not really that it got better. It's more like there's
still shit. It's
yeah.
It's still horrendously low.
It's still I think it's the lowest I've seen in like Rotten Tomatoes.
oh wow.
I'm pretty sure it is the lowest on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah. So
Yeah, 15%.
yes, pretty bad. So on the news of Rotten Tomatoes, fun fact: did you know that Rotten Tomatoes is technically owned by I forgot what company? I think by Disney or something like that. They're owned by a really big company, so they can basically skew the numbers in their manner. I forgot who owns Rotten Tomatoes. Though.
Hey Sky, I found a just so you know, that is not the lowest score you can get on Rotten Tomatoes because the lowest score is 0%.
By who?
Has anybody gotten it?
Yes, Ballistic X Sever. That's a movie called, and it's got a 0.
What?
Oh,
There's
wow.
also another one
Ballistic
called One
X.
Missed Call, Left Behind,
Oh, one
A
missed
Thousand
call.
Words, Goaty, Pinocchio,
Pinocchio.
Super Baby Geniuses 2,
Wait,
Gold Diggers,
there's a second one.
Last Days of American Crime, Jaws: The Revenge, The Ridiculous Six,
Oh boy.
Dark Cry. There's a whole list, by the way. It's like goes to 100.
Oh god.
Let's
Okay.
see. When it goes to 100, does it get any? Does it at least get? Oh,
Okay.
it breaches the 0% barrier. It gets to 4%.
Nice. All right. So, update on that thing I said about Disney. Sorry, not Disney. I meant Warner Brothers owns Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, Warner Brothers.
Yeah, they own Rotten Tomatoes. Smell your AFK.
No, I'm back. Sorry, I got what was it? I saw Baby Geniuses and I had intense flashbacks.
I
Yeah, I know, right?
I heard that Baby Geniuses was really bad.
Oh,
Bro, I
it's
fucking
it's
loved
so
that
much
movie as a
worse.
kid. I loved the shit out of that movie as a kid. That shit
I saw the
was
first
fire.
one. I think I saw the second one too, but
I did not know there was a second one. I saw the cover for it and thought, I'm glad I didn't see that shit.
Hey Mel, there's 5 of them. Just so you know.
what?
I'm glad I didn't know that before now.
You know
you want to know why? Because they wanted to make an actual series out of it, but they didn't. So they're like, "Fuck it, we make a bunch of movies."
Well, I guess it's not a series then anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore.
Yeah, it went off the rails by the second one, by the way.
Oh, we don't
Obviously.
talk about
The fact that they made a second one is the problem. There shouldn't have been a second one.
Alright,
The
there are
second one
certain they should
involves
not be.
time travel, just so you know.
Oh wow!
Oh,
Oh
God.
wow!
Yeah.
No. Oh no.
Going back to the World War II days,
what?
and the baby was a baby
Why?
back in the World War II days, and then he's also a superhero in the modern days. And the only reason why is because he has like a special formula that stops him from aging.
This
And
sounds
it's
Nope,
like
nope.
that
Bad.
sounds so dumb, but kind of hilarious, but
It-
dumb.
Okay,
I'm like,
this
it
sounds
was
bad.
it was bad.
That sounds so dumb. That sounds like a B movie.
Because it is, Sky.
Is it a movie?
It
I mean,
is.
it would explain a whole lot.
Oh, trust me, I've seen my fair share of B movies.
B
That
for
falls
baby.
solidly in the B movie category.
B for baby.
That
Jesus,
got him.
that is
Because
so
and
bad.
I've seen movies that I would classify as like C or like D tier movies, and ooh, ooh. I'm like, you get down that low, and the movies start getting real fucking weird.
it's like where the fuck did this drop off?
It's like, who thought of this?
Like, what is it? Thanksgiving, Birdemic. There's a couple other ones I remember watching that are just what the fuck.
Birdemic is less bad, like in principle, and more bad in execution. Like just horrendously bad in execution.
I have actually seen Birdemic from the beginning to the end, and it was
Oh,
an
no,
experience. Let me
Birdemic.
tell you.
All right,
I
all right.
have not, and I will proceed to never do that.
I have a proposition. Can we can do next episode just entirely about B movies?
Oh god.
That would be
I'm
great.
down. I'm down.
Oh,
I
Yes.
love talking about B movies.
All right, we'll work on that. Okay. Anyways, our next topic is all right. We got sidetracked. Well, I was gonna go on from that to the Little Mermaid, the remake they've been making on 2023, and everybody's before anybody says anything, I'm not gonna complain about Ariel or anything. I'm gonna complain specifically about how bad the water effect is. It's so freaking it's non-existent. Editor's note: we haven't seen the movie yet. We were talking about the trailer here because this was recorded before the movie came out, so keep that in mind. Avatar: Way of the Water, great water effect. Aquaman, amazing water effects and cool choreography on the fights. It's like really good. This is just a green screen with a little bit of like, oh, the hair is floating, ooh, but it's like it's super dark. There's like no water, like light refractions coming on, and the scenes are like a bit higher on because I know like most of the scenes are like at the sea floor, but there's some scenes that are in the trailer, on closer to the surface. There's no refractions on the water. It's just flat, like entirely flat, and it looks so bad. Mel, you're AFK again.
Also, as a side
Nice.
note as well,
I'm just scrolling
like-
Rotten Tomatoes. I need to get off of here.
I remember when I was watching the trailer for like the first minute of it, I swear I thought my phone screen was like broken because of how dark it was.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like staring at it, going like, what the hell is going on? And then like all of a sudden it got like brighter, and I'm just like, oh, okay. But like they did it in the cartoon just fine, where it's like they're deep under the ocean, it's dark, but you could clearly see the characters and what they were doing, and
They
that
actually-
was cool.
They actually
But, like,
animated the
ugh.
water refractions on the old animated thing, and that was like, wasn't that hand drawn as well, like back in the day, or were they like animating
Yes.
like properly
No,
now?
that was
No, it was
that was hand drawn.
Most
They
of that
hand
was
drew
hand-drawn.
the light refraction. Come on, we got the technology. Just do it.
Well, that's not the point, Sky.
It's not,
a
but
lazy
still.
cash grab.
It is, which
It's
is
a lazy cash grab, taking advantage of an old IP, and that's about it. That's basically
Honestly,
what the remake
that-
is.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like
Yeah.
with Mulan.
Mulan was
Oh wow.
awful.
Was The Little Mermaid the last hand-drawn movie?
was it?
Was it? Really?
What the hell? Oh, okay, so this little article from the Smithsonian is like the clip says it was the last Disney movie to use this method of hand-drawn animation, but like which that doesn't necessarily mean it wasn't hand-drawn. Like the other stuff wasn't hand-drawn.
I think it was just like that
Reusing
specific
assets,
method,
maybe. I think maybe they were reusing
It's-
assets or something.
No, it's what was it? Okay, so the characters were drawn on cells and superimposed on a fixed background image to reduce the number of reproductions necessary to produce an animation.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was the last
that
one to use
method.
this hand-drawn method.
Oh, okay.
I forget. Is that the same method? Well, not the same one, but is it similar to the method they use
Oh,
for
God, you can
Pinocchio?
see- you can
Because I think
fucking
Pinocchio also
see
used
it.
that.
Holy shit.
Oh yeah, I'm like Sky. A whole lot of cartoons used to use that. Like the older cartoons,
No, I
you
know,
can
I
always
know.
tell. Like,
Dude, I'm looking
I'll
at this
give you.
picture. I'm looking at this picture they got here. It's like, oh, well, we got Ariel and we got Flounder up in the front, and they're like 2D images with literally no shading. And then you've got the background looking phenomenal, just
Yep.
absolutely gorgeous. And it's like, what? Oh, God. Oh, no.
Yeah.
The disparity.
Like I'll give you an example, Sky, so you like know. So have you ever noticed in the older cartoons that you've watched where they're like you can obviously tell they're hand drawn. You can always tell what the characters are going to interact with because you can always tell like from the
It's like
background.
Because they're
SpongeBob.
brighter.
It's
Yeah,
brighter.
you
'cause
can
they're
tell
bri-
it's
they're
like
usually
drawn
brighter.
differently.
Like,
Yeah,
or
they're usually
colored
brighter.
differently.
Exactly.
It's like the
with
cues in-
SpongeBob.
It's like the cues in video games. It's like, oh, interact with this object.
Yeah.
No, I know,
I'm
I
like,
know
'cause you can
that.
always tell, and it was always
I always
interesting.
I try to keep myself up to date with like the animation like scenario, I guess. But
Oh, yeah.
I believe Z is now AFK. I believe that what is it? Uh Snow White, I believe it was. Like the first like animated movie Disney ever made, I think.
Yeah, it was the first color
Yeah.
it was the
So
first one to be animated in color.
yeah. So Snow White, from if I remember correctly, it wasn't like drawn, it was painted. It was like actual like painting. Like they painted on this like transparent like film, and then they put that film on top of a different layer, which I think is the superimposing thing that Melia said earlier. I think. So I
Interesting.
guess if that's the case, I think Snow White would be like one of the first ones. I haven't
Oh, Snow
researched
White
this.
is the first one.
I haven't researched
Yeah.
it, but I think that's the case, which I find really interesting. And whenever there's a game that's like, oh, we're making this game, this indie game, and it's like hand drawn animation, I'm down for that. And I think not Kingsfield, the point and click game. Damn it, I forgot the name of it.
Oh,
Describe it.
King's
I
Quest?
King's Quest.
There's
Thank
no,
you.
n-
Yeah,
King's Quest. That's
It is
the-
King's Quest. Yeah. King's Quest was hand drawn as well, which is freaking fantastic.
It was.
And what's the other one? The arcade one with the like dragon and the knight.
Oh, Dragon's Lair.
Yeah, Dragon Slayer was
Dragon's
also hand
Lair.
drawn.
Dude, that one was so cool.
That one was awesome.
I actually. There's a reason why I actually bought that on Xbox.
Oh, it's on that. Nice.
Yeah,
All right, yeah.
great game.
Yeah, so it's funny that you mentioned the other Disney remakes and saying that they're basically cash grabs, because that is actually our next topic, is Disney remakes. And why they're bad.
Mulan.
Because they're lame.
They
The
are.
main-
Mulan remake.
They're just
Yeah.
lame. They're just lame movies. They are either straight up bad
Yeah.
or they're boring.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I remember watching a few videos on the Mulan thing, and I remember one where it was a fight scene autopsy where they went over the fight scenes and how like absolutely atrocious they were, and then I watched another video where they directly compared the story from the original animated one, and there's a very stark difference in the
There is.
story between
I've
like
seen
the
those.
yeah, because like between the old Mulan, like he made a very good point with the very opening scene, the first scene that you see of our hero Mulan. Basically,
Indeed.
it sets up her entire character in the very first scene, and they are incredibly consistent throughout the entire film with that setup that they used.
Isn't she a Mary
However,
Sue? Isn't
contrast-
she like a Mary Sue on this one as well? On the new
Yeah,
one?
in
Don't
the
even
new one,
don't
she's
even
a
bring
Mary
up that
Sue.
word. Don't even bring up that word. You don't know what it means. Stop.
What do you mean
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't?
no.
She
You
is.
don't know what it means. Stop.
It's like
Nobody
you and
knows what
Gaslight.
Mary Sue means. It means
It's like
so
you
many
and
different
Gaslight.
things. I don't know what gaslight means. You can't accuse me of it.
What? Okay,
That's how that works.
Gaslighting is something that, like,
You're
you
not
say
gonna explain it to me
something
here,
hold
bro.
and
up,
the
hold up.
other-
No, Z, it's okay. Z,
Okay.
it's okay.
You're not gonna explain it to me.
It's fine.
Okay.
But going back to the Mulan, I wasn't gonna say she's a Mary Sue. She's just born amazing, born a fighter, basically. Which that it completely contradicts the whole point of Mulan in the first place. Because the
If she's
original
so-
Mulan,
if
she
she's
was
so
not born a
amazing-
fighter.
It's like, if she's so amazing, why does she? Oh wait, no, you're talking about the new one. Oh wait,
Yes.
nah, never mind. I was about to say like, oh, if she's so amazing, why does she suck so hard at all of her like lady classes? Like she's absolutely horrendous at all that stuff. It's like, oh wait, that's his point. Wait a minute.
That's the point. That is exactly the point. Like they tried to do the same thing in the new one, but they failed miserably because it was just like this sets up nothing. That tells me nothing
Nothing
about
important.
her. Yeah, nothing important. And then she just proceeds to actually be a good soldier, but like through martial means. And that's never been the point of Mulan. Mulan has always been about the
She's
creative
smart.
approach. Yeah.
She be smart, dog.
Basically she outsmarts she outsmarts the people, does things that you would never ever guess, and that's how she's a good soldier. Not just because she does good flips and she can fight really well with her sword.
She stabbed a dude real good.
Yeah, it's like that's never been Mulan.
Absolutely.
I have not seen. Disclaimer: I have not seen this movie.
I haven't either. The only thing I've seen is I've seen the original Mulan. That's one of my favorites. I've only ever seen the videos on like the fight scene autopsy and the comparison of the stories. That's the only videos I've seen. I've never actually seen
This
live action.
I've seen this one video on the live action Mulan. It was oh, hold on. One moment.
While he collects himself, let's talk about a movie one of us has seen, The Lion King.
Okay.
I watched that junk with my whole family, and our collective opinion was that was The Lion King, all right.
Oh God, no.
Because
Wait.
that's what it was. It was just, that was our collective opinion when we walked out of the theater. That was in fact The Lion King from back in the day. That was that movie. It was way less colorful, and the animation
really.
was way less interesting to look
Holy
at,
shit.
and the characters emoted way less. But it was definitely The Lion King.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll,
I
Take that how you
remember.
will.
Just watching
Take
clips
that
on it.
how you will.
yeah, I'll say this about the new Disney remakes. It's not a good thing. It seems like they're just trying to take the safe route on all these like movies.
Yeah,
Like
they're making
they're-
it way too
Except
safe.
Mulan. Except Mulan.
Mulan is
Mulan is
yeah.
just shit.
Mulan is like I'm not even gonna say it. No, I'm not even gonna say it. It's
No,
bad.
I saw a movie. I saw a video on historical inaccuracies on the Mulan
Oh, who
remake.
cares about the
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
not
Like,
only that, but like this person, like who is Chinese, she was talking about how awful it was.
but I mean, Mulan has a freaking dragon in it, so
Yeah, no,
Well-
they weren't allowed because Eddie Murphy was black, so they took out Mushu.
that's hilarious. Actually, yeah, China.
Oh,
it's just,
yeah, because
it's just
the
China.
fact that it's China stuff. They were catering to China with this
Have you
movie.
seen the Chinese
Oh,
posters
right.
on most movies,
Yeah.
by the way, including like Star
No.
Wars?
Yes!
Why would I look at that?
So okay,
That
okay,
sounds
wait.
weird.
Okay, so
I
the
saw the
Star
memes
Wars.
too. So.
No, okay. So the Star Wars poster for the first, not the first movie, but what is it, the seventh
The
one?
first of the sequel trilogy,
Yeah.
was
Episode
it?
7.
Episode 7. They removed Finn entirely from the. He's not in the poster. Finn is not there.
Oh, great.
Yeah, they. I don't know why they
Is
do
China
it.
secretly
but-
more racist than America somehow?
Oh,
Oh, dude, they
point.
took, bruh. Oh, nah, get called out. Y'all over here fighting for. You didn't even notice they took out Chewie.
Who?
Oh, great.
wait, they
Chewie.
did?
They took out
Oh.
Chewbacca. They just took him off this poster. We didn't even notice.
Oh my god, why?
All of our arguments are invalid. Okay, what's kind of sad is I kind of like the Chinese poster more because it like shows more stuff on it. But you know, obviously they took Finn out, so like, bro, what the heck? And they took Chewie out, so like, bro, what the hell? Wait,
What
where's
the
Poe?
fuck?
Where's Poe? What the heck? Wait a minute,
I don't know what they're
Poe's
on.
Oh,
not on
no.
there either. What is going on?
Yeah, we don't question the Chinese posters. Let's
I
just
don't understand why
let's just
they
move
take
on.
out Poe.
Let's just move on. We can't handle that.
I don't get it, bro. I don't get it.
Yeah, but
I'm like, there.
Hey,
China's
just
hold
weird.
on.
It just is. Let's just move on.
all right. So
Yeah,
move
it
on.
is.
back on topic. So anybody remember Atlantis, Treasure Planet? You know those movies.
Oh yeah,
I love those movies. Those are fantastic.
I
And-
watched
and
Treasure
the
Planet
Iron
recently
the
again,
Iron
and it
Giant
was
as well.
amazing.
The Iron Giant is from that era as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure there's an Iron Giant remake somewhere. I think it's in 3D animation. I think I've seen it. Mel, put down the rocket launcher. Thank you.
That was an
Put
accident.
down
Slip.
the rocket launcher, bud.
My hand slipped.
Like, oh no.
Stop it! You're making it harder to. You're making it harder to green screen.
buddy, put down the rocket launcher. Remove whatever it is behind you.
All right. So I would like them to start working on. Obviously, I'm not going to tell them what to do, but I liked when they did unique like takes on movies. Like heck, I think their last like shit. What's it called? Like The Princess and the Frog was like one of their later movies when it came to Princess.
Was the last 2D.
It
That
was,
was
yeah.
the last hand-drawn
movie.
movie.
It wasn't hand drawn too. Oh, nice.
It was hand-drawn?
No, it was
Yeah.
digitally drawn actually, but yeah, it was
With
pretty.
their
I mean,
hands.
Yeah, it was
It's
drawn with their
Di-
hands.
digital art is so quote unquote hand drawn. It's just you're drawing on a tablet.
They didn't draw it on paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
But I gotta say, that movie, The Princess and the Frog, was lit as hell. It
It's
also had some great musical numbers.
It's so visually aesthetic as well. It's so pretty to look at. Like obviously not the swamp
Visually
part.
aesthetic.
Not the
I'm
swamp
sorry,
parts,
Sky.
but
the digital
Visually
aesthetic.
aesthetic. Visually aesthetic. That's such a
I love it.
non-sentence.
Visually
I'm sorry,
aesthetic.
Sky. I gotta call you out on that.
what's the word? I'm not a native English speaker. It's visually pleasing. There we go. God,
There we
yeah,
go.
there you go.
That works.
There you
go.
That works better.
Bruh.
you guys bullying me over.
It was that movie. I don't feel particularly strongly about this.
neither.
I haven't like sat down and watched the whole movie. I've just seen parts of it, but that movie looks so good. That shit looks so good.
Honestly, any scene with the freaking witch doctor was
Dude,
so
any scene-
cool.
Any scene with the boy in him was a fucking treat to watch.
I wonder.
Honestly.
I wonder if they'll ever like come back
yeah,
to 2D movies and stuff. Because we
Dr.
see,
Facilier.
yeah,
Was that it? Was that the
That's the
witch
same.
I
doctor's
think
name?
it was his name, Dr. Facilier.
Anyways,
Oh, okay.
moving on. I really would like to see a comeback on 2D animation, which we are seeing because first of all, we've been seeing a lot of YouTube shows like Hell of a Boss is one of them. Another one is Lackadaisy, which is the one that released not too long ago. Which
oh
is
yeah, Lackadaisy. I heard was
Lackadaisy is
really good.
very nice looking, and there's a bunch of other like 2D animation ones. And I know it sounds like I'm being biased, but those are the big ones.
No.
Oh,
No, ignore me. Ignore me.
I will
me.
ignore you.
That didn't happen.
Nothing happened. We'll fix it in post. We're not fixing it. Anyways,
It would be so easy.
I'm not going to that. You screw up. You're gonna be live on TV now.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Or do it live. But yeah, 2D animation is like, in my opinion, a lot prettier than 3D animation most of the time. Like, there's really good 3D animations.
There's one. What is it? The Fantastic Mr. Fox. That shit was great.
That
Isn't
is
that-
beautiful.
Isn't that stop motion though?
Yeah,
It is stop motion.
Yeah.
Anderson did
Your
great
point
on
is
that.
no longer valid, Red. You have been defeated by yourself.
I mean, I'm not surprised, but it's just because it was a different kind of animation style. But like,
It was that movie was cool.
love that movie so much.
What was
That
the
movie
other one?
so
dude,
good.
stop.
See why.
Dude, claymation and stop motion animation, that shit is the best. It
It's
is the
hard.
best
It's
shit.
hard as
Oh.
well. So
I mean, you've seen them.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's why. It's part of why it's the best because there's nothing like it.
I mean,
There's just
have
nothing
you
else like it.
have you ever seen Isle of Dogs?
no,
Not
I've
yet.
not. I've seen clips and bits of Isle of Dogs.
I never
I
heard of
that
that.
wanted
was,
to
Of course,
watch
the
it.
meme.
I never got
the
a
meme.
chance.
It's worth it. It is worth it.
It is one of my favorites.
Hmm.
I can believe it.
All right. What about the one with the chickens? I forgot. That was a claymation one, right?
Chicken Run.
Chicken Run, yeah.
Yeah, Chicken Run was a
Chicken
claymation.
Run.
Oh God, why does that sound vaguely familiar?
It's the one where they're
because it
turning
was
into pie. They're turning
Aardman.
them into pies or something like that, and they gotta like escape
Yeah,
this
it was
facility.
one of the most beautiful Aardman movies I've ever seen.
Wait, whoa,
Hold
whoa,
on,
whoa, whoa. I remembered another one.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
why it sounds vaguely familiar.
What about the one with
Yeah.
the? What about the giant peach
I
one?
have the physical Chicken Run DVD in my collection.
Nice.
I
just
have
thought-
it on VHS.
That's
Bruh.
hilarious.
What about the giant peach
Bruh.
one? I forgot the name of it. It was something and the giant peach. I forgot the.
Oh, James and the Giant Peach.
There you go. Yeah, that one was.
I don't think I ever. Wait, did I watch that one? I
What's
might
that?
have watched it, but I don't remember it
Was that stop
that
motion?
well.
Oh shit, have I seen this movie?
It might have.
Shit, I might have seen this movie. Oh,
Was
shit.
that actually stop motion? I forgot.
Mm.
It was weird 3D stuff.
Let's find out.
It was really weird 3D stuff. But yeah, like I would like to see animations in different styles. Like I'm not saying 3D is bad. For example, The Lion King looks really
it's stop
nice
motion film.
visually. It's just not very colorful, which is the
No, it's not. It's just mostly brown.
which is
I
sad.
mean, which makes sense. Which makes sense because they're in
The
a
color. I
fucking
wouldn't say it was
savannah,
mostly
but...
brown. I would say it was mostly brown. It was, the colors were more realistic and less saturated, which is
Mhm.
boring.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's not as cool. Like
It
I'm
is not.
sorry. It
No,
just
it's
isn't.
not. It feels lifeless at times.
Which is funny considering they're more lifelike.
Yeah.
You
Exactly,
gotta
yeah.
love the human mind sometimes.
Yeah. They made it more lifelike, but they took
And it
out
made it
the
seem more
life.
lifeless. How does that happen?
Yeah.
It had no
How does that even happen?
because it had no soul.
No, there was
Only
no
the
soul in it.
human mind. Only the
Unfortunately.
human mind.
But yes, like I would like to see more like movies in different art styles. That would be really cool. Like Star Wars Visions. I think most of the episodes are in different art styles, which is really cool.
They are
was
actually.
that was part of
because
the
different
appeal.
studios worked on it.
And let's not forget that other show, which names I forgot. Shit.
Nah, shush. By the way, Star Wars Vision Season 2, that's a thing. It's coming.
Season
Be
2,
hyped.
yeah. Did you know they
hyped.
actually have Stupid Buddy on with that?
I have no idea what that
Season
means,
2?
but cool.
Do you know what Robot Chicken is?
I am aware.
Thank you. You
That's
reminded
the-
me something.
Oh yeah, Robot Chicken. There you go.
Yeah, that's another one. Also,
Yeah.
Love, Death, Robots is the one I wanted to say.
Love Death Robots. I may need to watch that actually.
Do it. It's good. There's season 3's
Dude, Love, Death, and
apparently
Robots is
in
so
work.
amazing.
There's a season 3 coming, I think. Or is it 4? Whatever.
I'm like,
There's a new
oh.
season coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Death. My brain just farted really hard. We should make a topic on that too sometime. Like our favorite episode of
Yeah,
that.
we
That would be
should.
cool.
Of like Robot Chicken or Love Death Robots or something.
I haven't seen Robot Chicken much. I've seen it, but not that much. So
You should like watch the clips online. Actually,
I've
They're
seen
fucking amazing.
random clips. I just haven't seen like
There's like Robot
episodes.
Chicken Star Wars, which was one of the best I've seen from Robot Chicken. Actually,
mm,
Gary the Stormtrooper.
I'll need to see that sometime. I'll work on it. Anyways, what I wanted to go to is like, what's the movie with the dragon called? It's the sequel one. No, it's not the sequel. The one with Roger the Dragon, something like that.
Oh, Raya and the Last Dragon.
That movie
that one.
was very pretty to look at. It was like a really pretty movie.
It was pretty. Saja is my favorite character still.
Right. Anywho, the thing that I want to bring about that movie is one, it has that weird animation that we've been seeing as of late, which I call the ADHD animation, where it's just wiggling at all times. There's just movement. There's like no time for rest. And I see that a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
the Minions movies as well. And I hope that
You're
didn't.
apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope that
You're
didn't get
apparently not
transferred
allowed
to. Yeah, I hope that's not a
Yeah.
case with the Mario movie, which I haven't seen yet. I want to, but not yet.
I did see it.
No, shush. I haven't seen it
Yeah,
yet.
no, don't. I want to see it. I want to see it for myself.
Well,
I already had one. I already had one part spoiled for me, and I was kind of upset about it.
yeah, don't worry about trying to explain everything. We will have more than one podcast. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah.
We'll have one for movies. Don't worry about it. And this is more of a general thing about like art style, and I really like that movie's art style. The art direction is very nice. There's a lot of flow movement in it, which is really cool. Other than that, I haven't seen any movies that's been like, wow, this movie's like super like captivating me. And I haven't seen Way of Water. I've heard it's pretty. I've heard it's boring as hell. But that's about it.
I also heard that it was just. I also heard that
The
it
shot
was
is
just
forever
kind
ruined.
of what's it called? That it was kind of like softcore porn throughout, and it was just
What?
like
Okay.
don't watch it with your family or some crap because it's gonna be awkward as
Oh,
hell.
that's fun. That's funny because my family left without me to go watch it. I chose to stay home. By the way, they didn't just ditch me.
That's
Oh,
funny.
good. You save you save yourself from that.
Don't worry, my family does love me. Thank you. I can't speak for the rest of y'all.
Wow. Anyways, anything else for
Okay.
movies, or are we done there?
Yay! Movie over. Roll credits.
Roll credits.
Where are the credits? Sky ended in credits.
No, we're not done. We got two more
I didn't
topics.
say we were done. I said roll credits. Now
Oh.
roll that shit.
All right, I did on post. Okay, let's continue.
We'll cut this part out.
No, this part's sick. All right. So words about Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom.
We're not talking
Freaking!
about this video game.
I am not gonna talk about the video game. I just want to express how much fun I am having with that game. It's so good. Play it. Buy it now. Well, if you can overspend a bit, my recommendation is get the tickets, so that way you can buy it cheaper. Because it's like $70. It's so expensive. Just buy the
worth every penny.
buy the tickets. You get two of them. You can use it to redeem any game. So you could get like if there's another $70 game, you're saving up $40. You know, if they're both quote unquote $50.
I find it kind of funny. Sky said, you know, oh, it's $70. It's so expensive. Just buy 2 games instead.
Well, you're saving in the long run, so you know.
It's still funny.
It's smart spending.
It is.
It's smart spending.
Sky, if I don't
What?
have $70 to spend on Tears of the Kingdom, I probably don't have more than $70 to spend on Tears of the Kingdom and something else.
Well,
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, why the fuck is this $70?
Because
All I can say is I'm gonna be borrowing it from one of my friends because
That's gonna
He got it
take you
physically.
a while, because
nice.
God, that game is long.
I mean that's fine, Sky. I have patience. I have other games to distract me, so I'm not complaining.
See, you're AFK,
Whoops.
Bad Z.
Betsy.
There we go.
You're still
Wow,
AFK.
okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's enough flaunting about Zelda and the Tears of the Kingdom.
Also, they've made some top quality memes.
The
except
memes
for a
are-
couple of them that are in bad taste.
So they just made memes. So they just made regular memes.
Well, no, I'm saying it's like there's been some like good memes that are like, oh shit, that's actually funny. There's also some yeah. Anyways,
So like I said, people made memes.
yeah.
I am really enjoying the variety in content as well, compared to the old game where it was just there was variety, but it was not as big as this one because you got the whole build menu
Not
now.
as varied.
Yeah, you got the whole build stuff now. There's like more
All right,
dynamic
you can stop
stuff.
talking now.
What? Why?
Do not make me force this. Do not make me force this issue. You can stop talking now.
It's so dynamic though.
What about the people who don't know that it's dynamic, Sky? What about those people?
Yeah, Sky.
What about the people who are like me but don't have the game yet? Come on, you gotta think about everybody.
Come on,
I'm just selling the game, so that's all.
No, all you had to say was it's good. It's a good video game. You should get it.
It's good, yeah.
It's like
It's-
it's
good
good
game.
good
Yes, do
game
get.
It's
has
good
good
game,
mechanics.
yeah.
Just say good game, good mechanics. Get.
It's
Yeah.
good. Bye.
Well, I did not know I was like a caveman now.
It's good game. I buy.
It's good game, yes.
All right, time for the big topic, boys. You might all be wondering
For the meat and potatoes.
why we're all in the Tenno relay. Why are we here? And why is John Proutman standing proudly behind us all?
Because he deserves to. Why the
Yes,
fuck
yeah,
else?
of course he does. But we got
He is judging our podcast.
he definitely is. But don't worry, we got his signed autograph. We have his blessing. Anyways,
Yes.
I thought you bought this on eBay. Shit, I
no,
wasn't
it's
supposed to say that. I wasn't supposed to say that.
no. Cut it out. All right, we'll cut that in post. Anyways, see your AFK again. Stop being AFK.
Oh, oopsie.
What website are you scrolling?
I was actually replying to friends on Discord while I was.
So he was scrolling the Discord website.
What am I paying you for, Z?
You don't pay me at all.
Yeah, no, that's alright.
All right. So our next topic is Warframe and Destiny 2. Comparison of sorts, I guess, because they're
Of sorts, he says.
it's just a comparison. Yeah. So Warframe and Destiny, they're very similar, in ways that people would be like, how? Well, they're both space, like heroes and stuff. Like you're just a space juggernaut of sorts, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
People say,
That's
"Oh,
an
Tennos
interesting
are
way of putting it.
Tennos are space ninjas." No. Screw it. When have I ever stealthed anything on Warframe? Never.
Spy missions.
No.
No.
Yes.
I just
Sky,
not
I have
quite.
literally seen you do a spy mission completely undetected. So I call it
It's called I
shenanigans.
pressed the invisibility button and then proceeded to play the game normally.
I'm
Yeah.
like, that's still stealth. That is still stealth. So I don't want to hear it.
You
If you're
can keep telling
invisible.
yourself that. You keep telling yourself that.
All right,
I'm
Red.
like, if you are invisible and they can't see you, that is stealth.
Red.
So
it
is wrong.
I'm
It
just
is
being
stealthy.
extra careful. I'm being extra careful when I'm playing with you, just to not fail it by accident. How I usually play spy missions is if everything's dead, nothing can report me. Nothing can see me if they're all dead. So that's how I usually play spy missions.
And meanwhile, me playing spy missions as Whis, continuously jumping like an idiot, so I'm invisible all the time.
Yeah, but yeah,
this is
Warface
how
are
he's stealth.
space juggernauts. They're not ninjas. I just press 4, and then there's this giant black hole sucking enemies from like 3 rooms away,
More, sometimes more.
or more.
Sometimes.
Definitely more.
Through walls, can't forget that.
Through walls.
Oh, and they'll also get stuck on random stuff, and the ragdoll physics, amazing.
Yeah. Well, in Destiny, you're also a juggernaut of sorts. There's no stealth in Destiny, that's for sure. Good luck
They
with
don't even pretend.
Good
Because that
luck.
shit is boring.
It's not even boring. It's just not possible. You probably walk into a
You're
room
clearly
and
not trying hard enough.
you walk into a room and everybody's
for
already
every reason.
staring at you through the wall.
Not if you're invisible.
Yes, Sky, there is actually invisibility, so
Good luck
you
chaining
can.
Good luck
I mean,
playing
yeah,
Void.
but-
I'm not. If I have Strand, I'm not playing Void. Well, we'll talk about that later. Anyways, well, we were gonna talk about Destiny 2 and Warframe. What was the order we set up earlier? It was gameplay, story, and opinions. Correct?
I think so, yeah.
That doesn't make
so-
sense. Aren't we giving our opinions on the gameplay and story?
I think the opinions is probably general, but in any case, I think that's just to remind us that we have opinions. Sky, we'll just do
Honestly, yeah.
gameplay and story. We'll give our opinions as we go.
All right. My opinion is that C
Gameplay,
is
story,
AFK.
Conclusion.
Oh, well, sorry about that.
That's not
But,
an opinion, Sky. That's a fact.
All right.
But, all right. So for the gameplay, I have to say, for Destiny 2, it's still probably one of my favorite FPS games that I've ever played. I just really, really like the feeling of the game, of how it plays. Because sometimes I'll just
Destiny
even-
gun is good.
Gunplay's
yeah,
great.
because like sometimes I won't even have like a freaking like a what is it, a goal in mind. Sometimes I'll just play the game just to wander around the patrol zones, shooting, jumping, moving around. I have no goal in mind. I'm just using all the different guns that I have in my vault just
No,
because
no,
it's just
yeah.
like
Oh, yeah.
this is fun.
See, Red, you do have a goal in mind. Kill
Yeah.
dudes. Why? Because that shit's fun.
I mean, yeah. out of context much. It's
Who said it was out of?
My-
Who said that matters?
You know what's funny?
My
Me,
problem
I
with
did. That shit matters.
my problem with Destiny is that sometimes it takes almost an hour to even get to the gameplay.
I guess it depends
Why
on
is your is? Oh hello.
yeah, because like
It's
Z
Thanks, Mike.
how
Like, as in, like, you have to equip the right armor for it. You have to equip the right weapons. You have to equip the right mods for said
You do
armor
that?
and
Master
weapons.
raids.
I don't do that.
You do Legend Grandmasters.
I do
yeah, I was
legends.
about to say, I'm like, I don't do that.
If you,
I don't, but it's just sometimes it does, like with even with grabbing bounties, it takes forever.
I would say this:
Hmm.
the way the quest system works in Destiny is very counterintuitive. I don't like it. It's like, oh, I have to
Yeah,
do
kind of
this thing. I'm gonna do strikes. Oh, but first I gotta go to the tower, talk to this NPC, grab his quest, and talk to this other NPC at the opposite side of the tower to get more quests. And then talk to Banshee over here in this little like corner.
This guy isn't familiar with dailies, Red.
Clearly.
I am. I don't like
You
having
can
to
do
do it.
several hours to do.
If you don't like dailies, that's a different thing. Dailies can be lame. It's
They
why
can
I don't
be.
bother.
Holy
I
shit.
don't bother. I don't bother with bounties. I just don't. I don't. When I remember,
have-
I remember. When I don't, oh well.
I still think
I
it's
have a-
dumb though. Like I don't like it. And I know there's a
There's-
Destiny companion app which you can quote unquote get stuff, like get the quests and stuff.
Oh, the
but good luck.
companion app.
Good luck getting the companion app to work, because it rarely ever works.
Oh yeah.
The only thing I
fucking
use the companion app for
It's
is
for the vault.
literally just
It's for the vault.
no, yeah, just the vault, just switching guns around. That's the
what
only thing I
is
use it for.
It doesn't work for
Yep.
quests usually. It's like, oh, it's like taking forever to load, and then it just
It's
fails.
weird.
It's stuff.
Yeah, it fucking sucks sometimes, I swear.
See that I'm like Z. That's why a lot of the times that's why I go to the patrol zones because those ones are actually pretty quick to load, and it doesn't really matter which patrol zone. That's why I stick to that instead of actually doing the proper content. Just because if I want to just run around and shoot dudes for like half an hour, I'm not gonna bother waiting that half an hour just to not do anything.
Yeah, exactly. For me, it's just that like usually I can't kill anything
Oh,
these
shit.
days since like I have not been playing it consistently.
Well, that
Can't
sounds
kill
like a
stuff?
skill issue.
No, it's like
it kind of does.
Well, okay, so I think I know what Z's problem is. I remember having the same problem at the very beginning of the season because it's one of those whenever they reset the light levels, especially for a big expansion, and you just
Oh,
try
it's
to
always the
go.
expansion that is.
Yeah.
It's always the expansion that. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, where basically
this,
you
like,
try to go to a
The
random
expansion
patrol
has
zone.
like a massive jump instead of like the 10 light levels.
You mean
Yeah,
like,
it's just like
yeah.
it was like 200 something. I think it was
it's
like 200
light levels.
oh,
Yeah,
Neil,
and then like when
yeah.
you try to go to like a random patrol zone, it was just like, why am I not doing any damage? I was shooting these guys before, but now it's just like, nope, nothing.
So I want to
Well,
have,
it always
I have a
sucks.
story
if
about
you go to
that.
like if you go to the old zones, that shit's usually scaled. It's the new stuff
Usually.
that
Yeah,
things get
so
problematic.
I know Mel was
Yeah.
Mel was around for this story. We were playing Destiny 2, and we are in Neo Muna, and we're like, oh, cool, the new area, cool. So we're just walking around,
Oh, yep.
and we're just walking around, and we just see this like bunch of vehicles, the little like, it's not the tanks, it's the bicycles that have
The
guns.
Cabal interceptor things.
Yeah, those
Yeah,
things.
yeah,
They're
the
called
interceptors.
interceptors?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
one
they're
of them just
interceptors.
rides past us. It does it 180, looks at me, shoots me once. I explode into a billion pieces, and then it just keeps going. And Mel's just looking at me while I'm dead.
Like, oh, I was like, oh,
And then we look
oh
at the,
no.
we look at the light level, and it was like 100 levels above us.
I
Yeah,
was like, oh, we're not supposed to be here. We're definitely not supposed to be here.
and like I was in the new area on PS4 and it just decides like, oh hey, since you're not of light level, you're not gonna be able to do any damage at all to these guys.
Well, I mean, I didn't just decide that. They've been doing that since the game came out. You just weren't expecting them to do it there. Which I
And
don't blame you. I don't blame you for. I would like to do the new free content, please.
Yeah, seriously. It says immune every single time I shoot them.
Because I'm like, I'll be honest. It's like that's like the one zone I really didn't like was Neomuna. Like, okay, so
I
they
love
they
Neomuna,
tried that
but-
before. Well, so see, they tried it. They did it before in the Leviathan when they brought back Leviathan for that patrol zone. That actually made sense for the jump in difficulty because of the way the zone was and all that. But if they're just bringing in a normal patrol zone and they're doing that sort of thing, I don't know, it does not feel good to me. Because it always felt like doing everything in there was like a chore, and I didn't like that for a patrol zone. If I want stuff to be challenging, I'll go do the challenging content. But if I just want to like just run around in a new zone, I don't want to like, oh god, I didn't like, perfect my build. I didn't, min max to the nth degree to make sure I can
Neomuna-
delete these enemies. It's
Neomuna's
just, ugh.
different. Neomuna's whole thing is that enemies are way too tanky for whatever reason. And they were like, what was it? They buffed a bunch of weapons and they nerfed a bunch of enemies, but apparently they didn't touch any of the Neomuna enemies, so they're equally as tanky, which is kind of hilarious.
Yeah.
And everybody is complaining that Neomuna is too hard for, like, I guess new players, I should say. Because the quest, the Lightfall quest, is at light level. And I did the legendary one, and it is at light level. And legendary quest, fantastic, by the way. I really like the encounters. They were insanely hard. I needed help cheesing the last one, because, god, that fight is freaking annoying. Well, not much I can say about Neomuna much, other than they need to balance it a bit more. But we're not here to talk slap. We're not here to... How do you say it? What's the saying? Talk smack?
Talk smack.
Yeah, we're not here to talk smack about Neomuna. We're here to compare Destiny 2 with Warframe. And on that level...
Well, see, Sky, this is the reason why I was talking about it, because, see, with Warframe, it satisfies the power fantasy of, like, okay, you're this, especially if you like take into account like the lore of the game, right? In the lore, you're like this like ultra powerful, like literal war machine in Warframe, and it's just like you can reflect that no matter where you go, and no matter what content you're playing, you can be that fucking unstoppable war machine, But with Destiny, it never feels like you could. Like, you never could quite get there. Especially, like, if you're just playing it normally. It's just... You just always felt like you were always like, oh, I'm just barely on the curve. I'm just barely surviving. And I'm like, I personally never liked that feeling.
If you're not playing it daily, the game is just gonna be all like, fuck you.
Which one, Destiny or Warframe?
Destiny.
Oh,
Yes.
yes, I agree. Another thing I want to say about Destiny is the way they handle the game itself. Like, the way the planets are gone, so that content is lost forever. Warframe did something similar. They didn't do it quite the same, but they did something similar.
Talking about raids.
No, I'm not talking about raids. Which I will say I am very salty that they removed them, but I can see why, because raids were buggy as hell.
Yeah, it's
that's
good
no
that
real. That's no real reason to remove them. That's the reason enough to like, work on them and.
There were
Yeah.
other problems. There were other problems. I mean, buggy was just one of the
Okay. Well, yeah, because
most
I'm like,
front-facing.
okay, I was about to say because I'm like, if there was other problems, then okay, that makes sense. But
Oh,
like, if it was
raids were
just because it was buggy, then it's just like, come on.
Raids were pretty bad in a technical standpoint.
There was like deep-seated issues that they had with the content.
Yeah, there's a reason
okay.
why the open world isn't like more than 4 players. Because raids were 8 players, I believe. It was 2 spots.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. So after that, they removed it, and they never went back to more than 4 players, other than Conclave, which we don't talk about. We don't talk about Conclave. That's PvP.
Speaking of Conclave, Crucible.
Oh god.
Yes, I just segued to Crucible.
You did.
Yeah. Hey, that's fair enough.
So this is the part of the video where we rant about Crucible being bad, and I sit here and laugh in my head.
We're a podcast.
fucking Crucible.
Why are you yelling podcast at me? What?
Because he said video.
The video,
Oh.
yeah.
It's a video, isn't it? So duh.
I'm gonna
The
delete
part of the episode. where
Just because they choose not to watch doesn't mean it's not a video.
It's the part of the episode where we rant about Crucible and how fucking shit it is.
So I remember playing Crucible,
I play
and
Crucible.
it always
I'm gonna say it now, and I hate Crucible, by the way. I do not play Crucible, it just sucks. But I will say it now, Crucible is not bad. It is terribly balanced, and they will never fix that and keep the game fun.
No.
well,
I'll
yeah,
say it
that.
now.
I will
But
also
see
never
that
play Trials.
okay, so I played. I mean, I'll never play the Trials either because it's just it doesn't sound fun.
It's full
But
of
I've
sweaty
I've
players.
I've played Crucible, and I have found several different what's it called? Several different viewpoints on it, just because I played it several different ways. So the way to do it is you play by yourself, you play with a squad, you play with a full squad, and you play with one other person that plays Crucible a hell of a lot more than you do. You'll get 4 different experiences depending on what you do. You play by yourself. I actually found myself having a decently fun time because a lot of the times they were around my level. I'm saying a lot of the times, not all the time, obviously. Obviously. A lot of the times they felt like they were around my level, and it felt like it was good back and forth, and it wasn't a lot of bullshit. Playing with another person that was around the same skill level, it felt like you were running into more like kill squads, but not as much. If you play with a full squad of dudes, first of all, your wait time's atrocious. Second of all, you will run into those sweats hella often. The fourth time I tried it, where I played Crucible with someone else that basically had like fucking hours upon hours, and they had like, actual KD ratio, yada yada yada, all that bullshit. And oh my fucking god, I could not survive more than like 2 seconds because it seemed like every time I spawned, I would move forward a little bit, immediately get gunned down by whatever the fuck the meta weapon was at the time, and then it would just be rinse repeat, rinse repeat, rinse repeat. Maybe I got lucky. I'm like, maybe I got lucky once with a kill, and
Oh yeah.
it did not feel satisfying. It's like I remember the fucking dude that I was playing with. He was like, "Oh yeah, good job, you got that kill." And I'm like, "Bro, it doesn't fucking matter. Please stop. I don't want to hear this shit." Because I'm like, I'm feeding the rest of the time. I got lucky once, and you're like, "Oh yeah, isn't this awesome?" And I'm just like, "No, it's not.
I
It's
think
not fun."
I think
Yeah,
the
the game's
problem
not
with
fun.
D2 is that what is it like? You can have like I can have all like let's say Z is very new to D2. He probably doesn't have any like exotics or anything, and probably
See,
not.
the exotics aren't the issue, Sky. It's those people that get the god roll legendary bullshit that you can only get in like certain mods. Like let's say for example
With
for
armor
trial.
and mods.
Yeah, with armor and mods. It's not the exotics that are the problem. It's the purples. Because I will tell you, some of those
The
purples in
legendaries,
PvP are absolute monsters, and they will melt you faster than any known
Oh,
exotic.
they can be absolutely bullshit at times, I swear.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's some exotics that can delete people too, though. Like exotic armor
Well,
pieces that
it's-
give them
trust
unfair
me-
advantages and whatnot.
Well, see, okay, so the exotic armor, see, that makes sense. The exotic armor pieces.
Well, I didn't
I
specify
thought you were talking
weapon.
about-
I just said exotic, and then you cut me off.
I used to play with the Last Wish, and it just, oh boy, it's not as good as it used to be. They nerfed it.
Oh yeah, of course they did.
Well, again, that's part of the balancing on, because they're trying to balance PvP and PvE very similarly. Well, I don't know how that
No.
works. Isn't it very similar,
They
Mo?
aren't. They used to. They stopped a while ago.
When did they stop?
I don't remember exactly when they started, but by this point, they're balancing it. Guns do different amounts of damage. Like, just wholly different amounts of damage. They behave differently, like, depending on your control scheme, even. Like, PvP and PvE have not had the same sandbox for a long time. Perks function differently in PvP than to PvE.
Never noticed that.
Well, yeah, because in PvP, most PvP, the sandbox, the playing field is meant to be as level as possible while still allowing diversity. So like just all of the numbers are just way smaller. Just like all of the boosts and buffs and
Oh, yeah.
damage amounts, everything is way smaller. Things change far less drastically than they do in PvE.
Oh yeah.
It's like the balancing is different.
Okay, I'll
The
be honest.
balancing is different.
I haven't played PvP in I haven't done Crucible in a while, so I
Same.
guess. Yeah,
But
I haven't.
I occasionally keep up
refuse.
with Destiny, so I know that.
I mean,
some of
I
this
mentioned the wait. Was it the Monte Carlo or the mountaintop or something like that? I
stuff.
forgot.
Watch Dado does Destiny.
I think I seen that.
Probably the mountaintop.
Yeah,
because that
the
grenade
mountaintop
launcher
was
just
yeah.
AIDS,
That was
apparently.
about the time I was playing Crucible. It was when the mountaintop was still around, and then they nerfed it to the ground. And it's still strong.
I don't think they nerfed it into the ground.
No, they nerfed it a
just
bit.
nerfed
It's
it.
I said it's funny. I said they nerfed it to the ground, and said it's still good. So they didn't nerf it to the ground.
So they didn't. They clearly wouldn't have.
I contradicted myself in the
Clearly,
same
they missed the ground somehow.
yeah, I contradicted myself in the same sentence.
Yeah.
You
they,
gotta love
they
doing
went.
that.
They clipped through the floor.
They clipped through the floor.
What's that glitchy gun? The glitchy gun that Destiny has?
Telesto.
Well,
Yeah, they
The
telesto it.
Telesto. They Telesto.
Oh no, the Telesto. They broke the game.
All right, so
Fun fact: I haven't heard of any recent Telesto glitches, so God knows when it'll pop back up.
God
I'm sure it'll
knows.
pop up soon.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I'm
enough
like,
for
the
Crucible.
Telesto is a meme in itself.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey Sky.
Yeah,
So I'll be honest with you. I've never heard anything about what is it? The Conclave, the PvP in Warframe.
I'll go to.
I know that you guys say don't talk about it, but
And that
please.
says a lot.
I'll talk.
that
I'll,
says a lot,
I know
doesn't
it says a
I will.
lot,
I'll talk about it.
but I'm like, Sky, brief overview. What is it? Like,
I-
what are the modes? How does it?
I can assure you,
To be
I
fair.
am one of the possibly 10 individuals. Like I can count the people who've played Conclave with my hand. I'm probably one of the 10 people who have actually played Conclave.
I'm one of those
alright.
people. He dragged me into it years ago.
Yeah,
All right.
Warframes
So explain.
and Warframes and
Objectively, Sky,
weapons.
Objectively.
Yeah, I'll explain. Warframes and weapons have they're basically imagine you strip them down from everything they have, change some of their abilities, change their entire numbers. And it's just
All right.
them stripped down to the minimum. There's specific
With the spin-off.
conclave there's specific conclave mods that can give you an advantage, but they mostly
Right.
just change the way you can play it. They don't really give you an advantage. Like, oh, you get fire rate, but you lose damage. So you're trading something off to fit your playstyle more.
Got it.
They're not buffs. They're mods. Who would have guessed?
So
Makes sense. All right.
it's weirdly super balanced in a way that doesn't work.
So
Well,
Sky.
to be fair, how do you balance a game like Warframe for fair PvP? Like, how? Just
There's
how?
no way.
You can't.
Exactly.
Okay, they tried and they succeeded for the most part. And I find it super interesting
It's made a
that
different game.
it's a different
They just made a
game.
different game.
And Warframe keeps doing this, where they have a bunch of different games in their game, which is really cool. Like,
So Sky, I have a question.
yeah,
So, when you go into Conclave, can you use any weapon / Warframe in the Conclave, or are you limited to
you're limited.
specific things?
There are Warframes
So-
that are banned. There are weapons that are banned. I'm not sure if there's. I think the newer Warframes are usually banned till they bounce them out. But
So-
there's specific things you can and can't use.
All right. So, question with that then, with the Warframes. So, are like the ones that are banned? Are they the ones that just completely just break the game? Like,
Well,
you know, like
remember-
the Volbin thing with the tornado, or like other bullshit like that.
It's not
I'm,
as bullshit.
I'm asking honestly. I'm asking honestly, Sky.
It's not as bullshit because the abilities are in their base form. You can't have
Right.
Robin with like 300% power range or,
Max rank,
yeah, max range.
300%
Is
power
that-
strength.
I think it's 280
Best
max on range. I'm not sure. No, I think they added range mods. Never mind. I'm not sure what the max is now. But you can't have max range anymore. Or max power.
That's why I'm asking. That's the
Well, I
important
know
thing.
what
Like,
I know what we're doing after this podcast.
Oh god,
What are we doing?
Conclave.
Red,
Oh.
come on, come on, Red.
I finally need to get back into Warframe. To be
I mean,
honest,
I guess I'm the only okay. Mel, I'll be honest with you. I don't want to play Conclave. I'm giving it its fair shake because we did talk about Crucible, and it's supposed to be a comparison. So I was talking about Conclave and asking questions to keep the conversation going and keep it objective. That's what I was doing.
Well, yeah, that's a good point.
So what you're telling me is we're gonna play one game of Conclave and then never again. That's what I'm hearing.
I mean, yeah, basically.
You need the experience. I can't be one of the 10 people. Come
You need
on.
the experience.
We need to get
Wait,
into
we
like
need to
One of
get
the
up
11
at 11?
people.
yeah. No, with C it
The
would be
11th
12.
person?
It'll be 12.
No, you'll
C.
be the 12th person because I'm 11.
Oh, damn. All right.
True.
Oh.
All
But
right.
yeah, so okay. Let's see, what else can we do?
It has the maps are different too. It has conclave maps.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and also there's
Alright, so
like a
then-
whole
alright,
like
let's see.
there's a whole syndicate for conclave, which is a tension thing. It's in the relays.
All right. I'll be honest. I'm changing topics to mission type of thing. I
Just
like
hard switch.
yeah. I'm gonna do
Hard
hard switch is
switch.
fine. The missions. I like the structured missions in Destiny
Oh
like
yeah,
a lot.
I do too.
I actually in Warframe I like the randomness because it feels good to play through the random tile sets, and I think it gives me that dopamine hit of just mowing down enemies like, oh, I have to do this specific thing, but like without much consequence behind it, where it's like, oh, if I lose, whatever.
I think I can
that sort of
explain
Red
that.
thing, where I
goes
don't lose that
zoom.
much.
I think I can
Enemies
explain
go boom.
Yeah, I can explain that.
Yeah.
So in
Enemies go
Destiny,
boom.
in my opinion, they focus more on the general experience of in dungeons, raids, and strikes specifically. This is an experience that you're doing, right? Enemies will spawn in this position, like you know where everything will be, but you have to go through it. It's like a D&D campaign sort of. Which hey, maybe we can do a D&D campaign here. That'll be fun. Not necessarily in Tower Unite, but just in the podcast.
That would be interesting.
That would be funny. Tower Unite D&D
But-
campaign.
But yeah, no, I'm like I agree, Sky, because
Well, yeah. So Warframe.
that's why I like going to Destiny,
Yeah.
and that's why it's kind of a shame that they don't have that many missions, because I like doing the Destiny missions. But the weird thing is,
But that
I
takes
don't.
time to. It takes time to make.
It's so
It
much
does.
hard.
It does. It takes a mission. But the only problem I have with Destiny missions is I don't find myself replaying them that often. I don't like really replaying them that
Have you
often,
done a
which is
legendary
weird.
campaign?
You're not designed to be replayed.
Have you
You
done?
either
I
like them
know.
enough to replay them, or you don't.
Have you done
Yeah.
legendary campaigns, Thread?
I'll be honest, I don't like the difficulty in them, at least for me personally.
Okay,
Like-
so I'll explain to you.
No, Sky.
Yeah.
I understand. I've played legendary missions.
What?
I've played them before, and they can be fun, but that's a lot of the times when I'm going through these missions, that's not what I'm looking for.
No,
in
I
these
know,
missions.
but I'm just explaining for the audience, like the reason why I'm mentioning legendary campaigns is because
It's
you'll
like
be
your hard topic switch. He needs an excuse to talk to us.
I mean, I know.
yeah. All right, so
You may talk now.
Okay, thank you, Mel. All right, all right. In legendary campaigns, enemy spawns are set. You know where they're gonna spawn. You know what they're gonna do. So, for example, when I was doing the Lightfall campaign, I would redo the same mission a lot of times because I would die because it's freaking legendary. It's really hard. You get hit by one thing and bam, you're almost dead, and then you get like poked in the feet by a war dog and you're dead again. Like war dogs are the bane of my existence. I swear to God. When you're doing legendary campaigns, you're redoing a lot of things like often because you're gonna die a lot and a lot. It's like C in Dark Souls. He goes AFK and then he dies a lot and a lot. See,
yeah,
you're AFK. Right, but
Anyway, you were saying.
so in legendary campaigns, I already said what I was gonna say. You redo stuff a lot, so you get to see the ambiance or the stage or the scene, I guess.
You get to immerse yourself.
Yeah, you can immerse
because
yourself in the scene.
You have nothing better to do.
It's like,
You
oh,
have nothing else to do.
it's like, oh, I died again. Let me just look at the floor for like half a second while I like relax my brain before it like pops a vein. Let me look at this wall. Hey, look, that's a cool detail. You get to see the
Oh wow, that skybox is really nice.
yeah, you get to see a lot of stuff like that. And I really like the set pieces in Destiny, and the dungeons themselves are pretty nice too. Like I was doing a raid with Red and his friends the other day. Oh god, that dungeon is hard. Sorry, raid. Forgot what it was. It was a
Shadow
light one.
Legends.
No, we're not sponsored. Shush.
Raid Shadow Legends.
No, we're not
Yeah, we're not
sponsored.
sponsored.
We're not
Never,
sponsored.
We're not
Shush.
sponsored.
No,
we're
we're
never
not.
going to be sponsored by Raid because fuck that game.
No,
It's
no, no, no,
super
no,
lame.
no, no. Ray, don't listen to him. If you want to sponsor us, that's fine.
Oh right, this isn't my channel. I can't make that decision.
You can't
Please
make
do
that
it.
decision.
No, Raid is a perfectly good, acceptable way to spend all of your money. I mean, time.
It's a game.
It's a good way to spend your time when you have nothing else to spend it on.
Raid is a game where you can play.
That I have played.
I have not played it.
I have
have
played it.
either.
It is a game.
It is a game.
It
That
is the game. It is the game of all time.
Good.
It exists.
It very much exists.
No executive decisions from you, Mel.
Well, yeah, it's on my channel yet.
What do you mean yet?
I don't mean anything. I don't want this channel.
Screw you
Nah.
too, then.
YouTube channel. If I
Oh,
wanted a
yeah.
YouTube channel, I'd make my own. I don't want a YouTube channel.
Can I be in it?
If I made it,
If you make it, can I be in it?
if I make it, you will be in it. You don't get a choice.
Damn it.
Because most of my content will probably be the stupid shit you do.
I don't know what to say about that.
No comment.
No comment.
No comment.
Well,
It feels weird. I want to move on the conversation to keep things going.
Yeah, but Red's
then Red
gone.
will be lost, and I don't want to do that.
me neither. You know what rhymes with Warframe?
What?
Warhammer.
Warhammer.
No.
Hell yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it does. It doesn't, Sky. No.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does.
The word war is in it.
That's not how rhyming works. That's not how rhyming works, and you know it isn't.
Whatever. I want to play more Warhammer.
Yeah, I think it's amazing that
Why are you here?
Wait, because I made him come here. What do you mean?
Oh no! If he wants to play more Warhammer, why did he come here? We don't have Warhammer to play.
What do
I
you mean?
want
Yes, we do.
Darktide.
You don't have
Yeah,
Dark
we
Tide?
Oh,
have-
you Darktide. Okay.
I don't have Darktide yet, but I have Vermintide.
Yeah. It's funny.
Yeah, we have that
Vermintide's
too.
still getting support. Which is
Well, I mean, yeah, because it's not Darktide.
which is I was about to say. I'm pretty sure Dark Tide isn't getting as much content as of late as freaking Vermintide.
Well, yeah, because they have to fucking finish it.
Yeah. So the performance on Dark Tide needs to be a bit better. Like I'm pretty sure.
You gotta wonder what the hell happened, because
I'm
like
not sure.
Vermintide is so good. So like, what the fuck happened?
Oh, I guess the new engine and the NVIDIA ray tracing probably screwed some stuff up. That's my guess, at least.
Oh wait, did they make a new engine for it?
I think it is a new engine. Yeah,
Ah,
it
that
might.
kind of explains it.
It might be. I'm not sure, but it does look like
How
a
long was-
shiny
How
new
long was
engine.
that game in development?
Dark Tide? Not sure. Let's check.
Yeah.
Dark
'Cause
Tide.
if it was more than five, no, more than 5 years built on a new engine, like being on a new engine, like for me, it gets you 5 years grace period because like you got to learn how that shit works.
I
So you gotta
suppose,
spend
yeah.
a lot of time learning how it works. Then you got to spend time learning how to do the cool stuff with
All
it.
right, July
After 5
2020.
years, though, it's like, come on, bro.
July
It's like, come on, bro.
2020 is when it was announced. So it's probably in development for a little bit more.
That's
'Cause
not
I'm
that long.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't really give us much of a time because God knows how long they took developing it.
I mean, to
before
be
they
fair,
announced it.
Yeah.
COVID was a thing that was, the lockdowns on COVID
Also
was
that.
happening. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not sure
Which is unfortunate, but it's true.
what engine. Oh, Autodesk Stingray. What does Dark Vermintide use? Vermintide. All right, so it's what did I say? Autodesk Stingray, and Vermintide is. Oh, it is the same engine. Why is it so bad then?
Oh, huh.
I don't know.
Hey, Sky.
Welcome back.
Hi. Sorry.
Oh, come back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, we're just buying time till you got back.
We went on a tangent about Dark Tide.
Yeah,
Oh, that's always fun.
apparently
we
it's
were
the
asking
same engine.
We were asking each other, why is it so bad?
Yeah, apparently it's the same engine as Vermintide.
Well,
but-
not bad. Why is it so broken
Yeah, it runs like
and unfinished?
trash. Like I have a good computer so I can run it, but I'm pretty sure you struggled with it, read a bit, and I know Sync's couldn't
Yeah.
run it at all. But Sync's computer's
Yeah.
like a potato, so
I mean, that's not surprising.
yeah.
It's unfortunate though. That shit would be so fun with things.
Yeah, but
It
here's
would-
the
It
thing:
would be so much fun.
Oh,
he
yeah,
can
it would.
he plays Vermintide, which is the same fucking engine. Why is it so bad?
So it's like,
I guess
The game
it's a
was-
similar type of game on
No.
the same not a similar engine, the same engine. So it's like, bruh.
It's
It-
like, wait a minute, this makes no sense.
Yeah, they're both Autodesk Stingray, which is the same engine.
This does not compute, much like the game. Ayo.
Hey,
Wait, where did we
guess
leave off?
because they kind of rushed it.
We were talking about Legend story mode.
oh yeah, and Destiny. You were talking about the Lightfall campaign.
The
Yeah,
legendary Lightfall.
I
Okay.
I
We can
basically
move past that
yeah,
point,
I
but we
wrapped it up
finished that
already.
point without
Yeah.
you.
I already
Okay,
finished it. Well, yeah,
I guess in contrast, we could talk about how Warframe is like not structured.
it
Although
is.
some
No,
of
it
the
is.
quests-
It is structured.
Well,
There
okay,
there is
some
there
of the
is structure,
quests-
but it is not structured like Destiny is.
No, it's
No.
not.
but some of the quests, I honestly, I think I've had more fun with some of the quests. Not all of them, obviously. I'm like, Sky has been there for some of them, but a lot of the quests I've actually had fun with, and they are just so creative. Like, okay, so the most recent one I did was the Call of Tempestari. I think that's what it was called.
All
Yep.
of the Tempestari.
Called December
and-
Story. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That was such an enjoyable quest line. I don't remember myself ever being just so drawn into like a video game quest in quite a while. And it was just like, oh my god, this is so cool.
And the
And-
music was bopping.
Dude, the music was so good.
Fucking banging.
It was, I'm like, the music was such a banger. And it was just like, I'm just like, hell yeah. I've been missing out on I've been in like a sea shanty mood, and god damn it, that scratched that itch.
The custom back scratcher, bro.
Honestly.
Right. So
Thank you, John Prodman. That was totally his doing.
it was definitely his story. John Proutman
Oh, yeah.
put that corpus ship right there where just where we needed it the most.
Where it belonged.
Yes.
Yep.
But yeah, so a Warframe that's the thing I wanted to segue from earlier is you know how Destiny deleted planets from reality or they were taken away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then
Yeah.
we just lost that content forever. I think.
We might be getting Titan back next season, which could be interesting.
I wouldn't get your hopes up though.
I wouldn't either, but Sloane's coming back. Woo, she's got a robot arm. You.
I mean, that's pretty cool. Although that means she's probably gonna die in the next season because goddamn
Not
it,
necessarily.
they might.
Mm.
Because
You see,
they're
If Sloane
starting to kill
ends
off
up
the
getting,
characters.
if Sloane gets a bunch of character development this season, then we can be worried about her dying because then it'll have impact.
Oh yeah.
I guess so. Yeah. All right. So they deleted planets from from the map, I guess. And we have how many planets we have? We got we got
We have
Neomuna.
Southern Stone World, Neptune. We have the Moon. We have the
Yeah,
Dreaming
Earth.
City. We have Earth,
EDC.
which has two different zones on it.
Yeah,
EDZ
EDC
and
Cosmodrome.
Cosmodrome.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Do we have
Oh,
Nessus yet, or
no.
did we lose Nessus?
No, Nessus is still there.
Yeah, we still have Nessus.
Yeah, Nessus.
And Eternity doesn't count because that's just like a little area. That's
Nah.
just like a little like vendor zone.
That's a hub. That's a hub, not an.
No, I know.
actual
I'm just
control zone.
remembering the actual things, and then, no, I think that's about it actually. Yeah, there's not that many areas to go to
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
There used to be, like in the season of the Haunted, there used to be Leviathan, which was an area, which was the one that you could go to.
We might see the Leviathan.
Technically,
We might see it again.
technically you can go to Mars, technically. But that's just for like one zone. It's
another
literally just a
hub.
vendor.
It's
Yeah, it's
another
another
hub,
hub.
Isn't that for the
And
Witch
then,
Queen?
of course, you
right?
can go to the tower.
Yes, it's for the Witch Queen.
Yeah.
And then of course you can go to the tower, but that's just another hub.
I'll say
So-
this.
oh, and also you can go to the helm, which is just another hub.
That we don't count the helm. That's just a ship.
I'm just saying, you were asking for all the locations. I gave you all the locations.
Plus, I
You
did say
mentioned the Dreaming
planets.
City?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I said Dreaming City.
All right.
Alright.
So I'll say this: if you've been playing Destiny from the start, it's really kind of magical. Just seeing how the world changes, and you're like quote unquote influencing these changes, or you're like living through them, right? But at the same time, like new players like me and Z who joined kind of
Let
late.
my boy Sky do the Red War.
Yeah,
Right?
I actually did
Let
the
my
Red
boy
War.
Sky do Forsaken.
I didn't do Forsaken though. I did the Red War though. Because I played it for a bit. Red War was free, like at that time. It was like, oh, you can play this Red War campaign.
Because it's base game.
Yeah, it's basically. And then
It
it's
is
like,
a space game.
and then it's like Forsaken came out, and I'm like, oh, I don't have Forsaken. I can't buy it. I'm still like in college. I can't do shit with this, so I didn't bother with it. And then I'm like, okay, I'm done with college. I am set in life, right? Let's play some Destiny. I haven't played in a while. And then I'm like, okay, let me just grab, like, me and my boys, we're gonna play the DLCs, Witch Queen, we got Forsaken, we got whatever the other one is. Beyond Light, I think. Beyond Light, yeah.
I bought you
Shadowkeep,
Forsaken.
And Shadowkeep.
Forsaken,
Yeah.
Shadowkeep,
And there's-
Beyond Light.
They're still selling
Witch
them, by the way.
Queen.
They're still selling them in a bundle, I think.
Which
They
one?
I think Shadowkeep and
Witch Queen.
Forsaken.
Shadowkeep. No, not Forsaken. Because
Not
Not
Forsaken?
Forsaken.
Vaulted.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah. So,
Because they also
Well,
got rid of the
Forsaken.
Tangled Shore,
oh
which I actually,
shit.
yeah, it
I
was
actually like that
Forsaken.
zone. I know.
Ah,
It was alright.
But
I
I
remember
actually really
that
like
zone.
that zone.
Tangle Shore is cool.
So you could buy what was it? It's Shadowkeep, Beyond Light, Witch Queen, all in a bundle.
Okay. And then Lightfall is just separate. But I'm like, okay, I can play this. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to download this game. And I'm going to be playing this, like, these expansions. So I started
With the
doing them,
boys.
right?
With the boys.
And, like, halfway through it, the DLC got faulted. I'm like, okay, I guess. Fuck me, I guess. So I didn't do it.
He didn't do it fast enough, so they canceled it before he could get to it. And
Yeah.
now he's sad.
I am very sad, yeah. So I think it's stupid, right? Like, some games just are like, okay, you can play this in, like, separately. Like, oh, here, you can play this campaign, but it's like a separate instance of it. See your FK again. Stop browsing Reddit.
Eh.
Honestly, I can't think of any other MMO games that have really done that kind of
Yeah, vaulting content. Well,
thingy.
14,
Well,
technically
like
speaking.
I'm talking about like, well, no, I'm talking about like where literally you can't play the beginning content. You can't play the actual full story of the game
14.
anymore.
Final Fantasy 14.
I guess technically speaking, well, yeah, Final Fantasy, but that's a little different though.
Yeah, that's
like
that's
I
a
remember
surf.
what is it? Guild Wars 2, you can do
Technically
it.
speaking,
Play through all of
technically
it.
speaking,
WoW, you can do that.
WoW no, you can't do it with WoW actually because they deleted all the vanilla content when the Cataclysm came out.
Yeah,
Really?
they kind of did,
So
unfortunately.
yeah, they deleted so much.
I did not know that.
Well, it's not
I'm
even they
glad I
deleted
knew
it
that.
because with WoW it's a little different because they got rid of a bunch of the old world content, but then they replaced everything they got rid of with new content. So it's a little different there. Like some of the old content is still there, but like all of
Right.
the old starting zones, a bunch of this like it's like what is it? It's like so there's the starting zones and then like 2 to 3 zones of progression after that. All of that got changed because Deathwing blew a hole in the world, flew out of it, and then is being composed entirely of flame, magma, steel, and anger. Just kind of flew around the planet, and the planet took that personally.
But
Well,
okay,
see, I'm like the funny thing is I wasn't around with the Cataclysm days. I did not know that. Interesting. Thank
so
you.
yeah.
Mel.
I have a
Yeah, they
counter
changed a whole
argument.
ton of shit.
It's not really a
Oh,
counter
and also
argument.
ESO. ESO is actually just adding shit without.
Yeah,
taking
ESO's
away-
just adding stuff.
That thing's getting fucking massive, by the way.
Bruh, yeah.
Oh yeah, ESO is.
It started off tiny and now it's just absolutely
I wanna-
goddamn massive.
I really want to play the new like DLC the new expansion that they're coming up with, because it's like super like it's like Lovecraftian-ish in my opinion. So
the Hermaeus Mora one.
yeah,
Yeah,
but yeah,
I don't remember what it was called, but I know what
it's
you're talking about.
Necro something, I think, something
Something
like
like
that.
that.
But yeah, so what I was gonna go for is, you know how Destiny removed all that content. Final Fantasy
Yeah.
14 is, in a way, the map changes as stuff happens in the game, but that progression is tied to the player and not the server itself. So let's say, like, maybe in my playthrough, this village has been destroyed already, and it's just a ruin, right? And then Mel, who's
Right.
just a newer player, it's like, oh, there's a village here. And I'm like, yeah, have fun, because the village's not there for me
WoW does
anymore.
that.
Hmm?
WoW does that too.
Yeah,
WoW
so
does that too.
so it's like
Yep.
progression
Which
tied
I
to
actually,
the player.
I really and I really like that way more than just the entire fucking thing for everybody is changed, because I've never liked that sort of thing. Where it's
So,
just
I mean,
like, oh,
Bungie
cool,
doesn't
like,
like
you
it
can
either.
experience it.
Yeah, so my
We got-
opinion.
But we can't forget that Bungie doesn't want to vault content. They vault content because the alternative is letting the game become even worse spaghetti.
I
You
guess
know what?
you have a point.
You know what their point should
Like
be.
that. Like even Bungie doesn't like vaulting stuff.
You know what they should do.
We gotta remember that.
You know how they can fix that immediately.
How's that?
Destiny
How?
3. You just have it as a separate game.
And then what about all the new problems you made?
Then that would ruin their plans for their for the game being active for more than 10 years.
They can just support them parallel to
Okay,
each other.
unironically though, Sky, how many people do you think would throw literal riots if they had to start all over again?
But why don't? No, they don't have to. It could be cross. They could be cross save between
But
the two
then
of them.
what's the point of Destiny 3?
If the problem happened exclusively on Destiny, well, it's not. It's more like Destiny 2 Part 1, Destiny 2 Part 2, I guess. To split it in half. If something happens with the newer stuff, it won't affect the older stuff. The only problem is if you're adding stuff
Okay.
like subclasses, I guess, that would fuck, that would screw it up.
Destiny
okay.
2,
But
Okay,
there's a wait,
when are
wait.
we going to make this
Wait.
game?
There's a reason I say this. It's because I know another game that did this.
what game?
Warhammer Martyr. When they came out with
Martyr.
when they came out with the new like class and the new like story for the
Oh yeah, they did Inquisitor, if I remember.
Warhammer Martyr Inquisitor. Wait, was it Inquisitor? No, it was the one with the shit. What's the techno dudes from Mars? I'm blanking out.
Oh god, I should know this.
Yes, we're Warhammer nerds and we forgot.
I know what you're talking about. Oh, fuck's sake.
I'm not.
What are
that's
they
why I'm
called?
quiet now.
Hold up. I know
Just
I
Google it.
have
Yeah,
the
it's
thing in front of
Inquisitor.
me.
Is it
No,
Inquisitor?
the
That was
Mechanicus.
Inquisitor.
Mechanicus. There we go.
Mechanicus.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Oh, Mechanicus.
I literally have the thing. But see, that's the weird thing with Sky, with the Warhammer games in general. If you ever look at my Steam library, you'll notice I have like an entire block dedicated to a whole bunch of random Warhammer games.
I should do that.
That's maybe like 3 games total, just so you know. Because for whatever reason, they absolutely love to split their DLCs into other games.
Yeah.
But all the games tie together. And like it's either that or they're all standalone DLCs. Where if you buy this DLC, you can just play this.
But that's
But
the
if you have all the other games, you can play it through.
Yeah,
it's
you
basically
can
like a
play it
launcher,
through
and it's
other
very
games. I know what you mean.
I know.
I
That's
think
what I'm saying,
Dawn of
it's
War
just
did that
weird.
too. Didn't Dawn of War like all of them play through the same launcher or something like that?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Because like
That is
not
weird.
even the same like launcher, but like so for example, like the first Dawn of War, like with no subtitles, just Dawn of War. That one had a specific number of races, a specific campaign. You could play it. Then they had Winter Assault, had specific races you could play, a specific campaign. Then you had Dark Crusade, same thing. And then you had Soulstorm, which was the same thing, where it's basically specific races, specific campaign. And technically, they were all quote unquote separate games from each other, but they were also the same game, if you get my meaning. It's
I get it.
It's very weird.
So I understand why
yeah.
Destiny 2 is doing it the way they're doing it, but I still think it's stupid. Like I can't deny it. It's really dumb. Just removing part of your.
No one is no one smart anyway is arguing that this situation is a good one.
It's not. It's not good for them. It's not good for us. Like nobody wins.
Yeah, it's not good for us because we lose content. It's not good for them because we get mad because we lost content. Like it doesn't. This does not end well.
Yeah.
No, it does not.
No, yeah. There's no way out of it. Like I just threw that along to see it, but now I can see it's not. It might not work.
But yeah, you were right about the Warhammer games, by the way, Sky. It was Warhammer Inquisitor Martyr and Warhammer Inquisitor Prophecy.
Prophecy. That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Speaking of
And then there's
Warhammer,
actually a specific. There's a different game called Warhammer 40,000 Mechanicus.
yeah, that's the one.
And there's another one that's
Totally
called
different game.
Palladius.
I
And
have.
then there's another one that's
have all of
Space
them.
Marine.
I have all. It says Space Marines. I don't have Space Marine. But I have all
Dude,
the other ones.
honestly, you should play Space Marine.
I
That was actually really good.
should,
I had a
but
lot
I
of fun.
won't. I won't. Yeah.
Space Marine
Wait,
2 is
which one
coming
is
out
Space
soon,
Marine?
by the way.
Yeah. Space
Well,
Marine.
Warhammer 40k Space Marine.
It's a
Dude.
third-person shooter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
I
there's
know,
Space
Sky.
Marine 2 happening.
You know what's also a
That's-
third-person shooter?
Dude,
So,
I want to
what's
play
also a
Space Marine
third-person
2 so
shooter?
bad.
Warframe. We should be talking about that.
Warframe is also a third-person shooter that we were supposed to be
Oh,
talking
yeah,
about.
it is.
I guess you were kind of right, Sky. Warhammer does rhyme with Warframe.
I told you.
Warhammer, Warframe, kind of, yeah.
All right, so back to what are we even talking about on Warframe? This is why we have notes. Sky,
We were
check
talking
for
about
the notes.
Quest.
Who fucking
Quest.
cares?
Yeah, I was talking about how the way that Warhammer. Fuck. the way that
Got him.
the way
Got
that
him.
Warframe handled like
Take
the
that out
world
in post.
changing. I would not take it out
The
of
world
post.
state, yeah.
Yeah, so in Warframe, a big event happened at one time where it was like Murex raids or something like I forgot what the name of it is, but I have a little like shoulder pattern about it, like a little like sigil for participating in it. Basically, you see that ship, the giant ugly ship that's next to Ember right there, like next to the Ember representing me over there, on the
That
table.
thing.
That thing's a Murex. So a bunch of those invaded the solar system, aka the origin system, and they were just a
Right.
bunch of ships on the star chart, just floating above the planets and stuff. It was really cool. And as you did the event, you would like go into the Murexes and fight stuff up and blow them up. When the event ended, or I guess when New War also like has something similar to this, you can still see the remains of the ships floating in space.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
It is cool. Also, as stuff changes, like Kuva Fortress, like Lua and stuff like that, they get added into the star chart because they're being found. Same for the Saruman, which I won't talk about because that's spoilers. And I like the way that things are connected. Like there's syndicates in certain planets, like Steel Meridian. Is it Steel Meridian? No. The Iron Wakes. I forgot what syndicate that. It was a red faction. I forgot their name. Red, you're in it.
Red Veil.
Red Veil.
Red
Yeah.
Veil.
Red Veil's on Earth, I believe. For the
Well, so is Steel Meridian actually.
yeah, Steel Meridian's also.
They're in the same area.
Are they? I didn't know they were in the same area.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they're in the same area.
Oh,
It's either
that's-
that or they're both. They're also both in the relay too.
That's
but
why they
I'm
get
pretty sure they're in
along.
the same one.
They're all in the relay.
Yeah.
All of them are in the relay.
Well, I'm pretty sure that the Iron Wake, I think that's what it's called on Earth. That's
Yeah.
where both of them are at. They're both chilling there.
Oh, that's cool. So
Because they're friendos.
they are indeed friends. See,
Yes. Yes. Oh, sorry.
He's
you're-
distracted.
and he's off the
and
ship.
now
Oh,
he's
oh, oh.
up. And now he's on his feet.
I meant to hit shift in it. I accidentally hit control.
Oof.
oof.
It's just all like his legs were sore. Everybody, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about
Yeah.
it.
And the ways the quests, the quests in Warframe are actually super linear if you do them in the right order. Which usually you do because it's a prerequisite to do the one that goes before it. Like you do what is it? First dream, the toss, second dream, and then you go into a bunch of other quests. And I think War Within comes next, and then
But you also have to go through the star chart in a certain order too.
yeah, you have to go through it. The nodes are in order, and also
Yep.
every planet has its own tile set. So it's not like you're gonna see the same things in like Earth and then in Pluto. Like they're all different. they do repeat sometimes on the ships because it's the same factional ship. Like, oh, the ships for the Corpus, they all look the same. Kinda, yeah.
All the ship for the Grenier all look the same, and it's like whenever it's infested, they use other tile sets from the other races.
Dear
Yeah,
God.
they
It makes
do.
sense.
Because they're just that tile set, but infested. Because the infested got on the ship.
They
And
don't
I think
have
it-
a tile set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess Deimos, technically.
Not quite. Deimos isn't really a tile set.
It does have
Eh.
It does have...
It's a map.
No, but
Yeah.
the derelicts are there.
Derelicts existed before Deimos, though.
Yeah, and they
Also,
were
it's
they were
technically an
infested.
Orican tile set.
Like, no, they're too different. They're not just a reskin. They're actually different.
They're a modified Orican tile set.
Heavily modified Orican tile set.
The fact that I can say that and it makes sense speaks volumes, I believe.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyways,
It does make sense.
I like the Warframe story. I like how crazy out of its brain it is. Did I say that
Me
right?
too. Honestly, yeah. Basically out of its mind.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it can get absolutely bonkers as a person that's experiencing the story for the first time. It goes places, and you're just like, what the hell? But it
What
actually
is
kind
even
of
happening?
yeah, but I'm like, it actually kind of makes
It
a little
makes
bit of sense for the story.
so much
Where it's
sense.
just all like, yeah, we're just like, oh, okay, that it's like now it's all starting to come together. Oh, that's who this jackass is. Oh, that's who that is. And you like
Yeah,
go off from
Warframe,
there.
weirdly enough, is
Bruh.
super coherent.
Yeah, it kind of is actually.
Yeah,
It knows what it's doing at times, I feel.
yeah, it does, and everything is weirdly explained by either science or stuff like that. It's like,
Unlike Destiny.
yeah, that's
also
I was gonna segue to that, but like in
I don't know
Warframe,
about explained by science.
they explained the time paradox bullshit with the eternalism, so there's that.
Science.
Because eternalism makes sense.
It's theoretical science, Mel. Anyways, at least
That
they have
too.
something. Destiny, eh. It's like
Well, see, the thing
Strand.
is,
It's like
Sky-
I'm pulling at the fabric of reality. It doesn't
I'm
explain
like,
anything.
but see the thing is, Sky. I'm like, Destiny. See, the Warframe, it tells you explicitly what's going on. With Destiny, you gotta read a whole bunch of lore books.
You basically have to do what you do with Elden Ring. Find
Destiny
find a
feels
body
more-
video and just listen to it for like 2 hours.
Find a body. No, you have to find a Bife video. Come on, Sky, get it
Body.
right.
Yeah.
Anyway, I feel like
Weird.
Destiny leans more into the. I guess Destiny's more magical, while Warframe definitely leans harder into the science of it all.
Well, that's the thing. Magic and science are the same side of the same coin. I mean, the opposite sides are the same.
No,
Are they the
no.
opposite? No, they're the same side of the same coin.
Well,
It's the same shit.
Magic doesn't exist, so it's whatever the fuck you want.
Magic is just unexplained
Yeah.
science.
That magic doesn't exist, so you can say it is that. Like,
Because everything is explained.
I mean, the weird thing is with the Destiny stuff, it's like a lot of it is like, what do you call it? Like not natural forces.
Paracausal?
No. Well, the paracausal is basically
No,
it's
not
like
even.
It's
That's not
it's
even
like
an
force of
explanation.
nature. Well, but that's what I'm trying to get at. It's like two forces of nature colliding with a light and the darkness, and it's just like,
I don't-
but all the powers come from that sort of shit.
But
And
they
it's just
didn't.
like, oh,
I feel like
okay.
I feel like it's less that they're forces of nature and more that Destiny's just kind of intentionally vague
I guess, yeah.
Well,
with how
that
things
too.
look. Like they're intentionally vague about like the underlying function of things. Like they'll tell you, it's like what was it? Like, you get into a fight with a hive wizard and she kills your best friend and turns him into a crystal or whatever. They'll tell you like, oh, she used hive magic to turn him into a crystal, and that hive magic she learned from this ancient god who is just an all-around asshole. And it's like, okay, well, how does that ancient god's magic work? Doesn't matter. Stop asking.
Hey, Rod?
Yeah, pretty much.
It doesn't matter. What's important is your friend is a crystal now. What are you going to do about this witch that's looking at you now?
Yeah, that's pretty much. I definitely agree with that. It's like they don't really go into detail, but it's just like you just kind of accept it as fact, just because it's like, oh yeah, I can see it happening.
Like they explain why the thing happened, but they don't explain why the thing that caused it to happen also happened. That's not important. That's not the important thing. That's not what we're focusing on. Well, Warframe definitely isn't afraid to lean into why does that work like that? Because this.
Yeah.
Until you get to the finger that powers all of the lightspeed drives, in which case they stop explaining because it's a goddamn finger. What do you
No,
want them
they-
to explain?
They explained it already.
Sky, if you tell me that, oh, it's from the man in the wall, that's just no, that's like a Destiny explanation. The fingers from the man in the wall. That's why it does magic bullshit. Okay, but how does the magic bullshit work?
They
Stop
haven't-
asking.
They haven't explained the man in the wall
Stop
properly.
asking. It doesn't matter.
It just works.
It is for the
just
man in the wall,
does.
though.
No, that's what I'm saying.
And
The,
and
it
it
being
has
from
like
the man in the
infinite
wall
replications.
isn't an explanation. It
I-
isn't. You didn't explain how the finger allowed. You just said, "Oh, because it's from the man in the wall," and then you promptly ignored me when I tried to ask a follow-up question. Like that's what Destiny does. That's what Destiny does with the light. It's like, how come the light does things? Because it's paracausal. Well, how does it being paracausal? Don't ask. Don't
Fuck.
ask. It doesn't matter. Don't ask.
All right, so I will say this though. They are both equally good in that sense. Like, I do like the Destiny ambiance, I should say, I guess. Although although the Neo Muna is kind of questionable, like the way they're dressed.
Oh
and
no, the
stuff.
veil is just weird. The veil is just weird.
Not the veil, the way
Mhm.
they're dressed. It's so strange.
Oh, the way they're dressed. Eh.
Oh, we're
That's a
cyborgs,
design
but
choice.
we're also
That's
like
a design choice. You like it or you don't.
they're so.
Yeah.
That's a design choice. You like it or you don't. There really is.
I like
Yeah.
it, but at the same time, I don't. It's funny. Z or FK.
Oh, it's like yeah, because some people are like, some people look at like the Cloud Striders and they're like, "What the? That looks dumb. What the
There we
hell? What is this?" And then other people look at the Cloud Striders and have a sexual awakening.
Oh god.
So you know, it's just a matter of preference.
It-
It's just a matter
I
of preference.
really just don't really. I'm not sure why people like them. I'm just not really that interested.
like I said,
in
it's
them.
It's a personal thing. There's like the reasons that explain why people like that are too cryptic for your mind to want to comprehend.
Yeah.
Or let's
So-
be.
Although I do understand why one friend likes them because
All
like, one of them apparently, yeah.
Okay,
you know what? No,
let's not talk
Let's
about
not get
that.
into that here.
All right,
Yeah,
but
let's not get into that here.
but
Let's
we don't
not.
need to get
Just
into that.
Move on. Just move on.
following on what Mel was saying, to be fair, nowadays people playing Zelda are having that. They're like, oh, Rora, oh, and I'm like, Twitter, shill,
Like, no,
Twitter,
that's
shill, shill, Twitter.
That's just furries being furries. We don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
That's just furries being furries.
uh,
Like even someone who isn't a furry could take one look at Rauru in Tears of the King and be like, yeah, there's furry porn of him. There has to be. There can't not be. Look
no,
at him.
shush. We're not talking about this anymore. I know I brought it up, but
And that's
you
how
went too
change the
far.
topic.
You went too far.
That's how you change the topic, folks. Take notes.
You take it too far.
Just make it awkward.
You're making it super awkward.
Make it awkward, they'll change it for you. Hey.
Hey.
Bad, Mel, bad. All right.
No.
So, yes. All right, but
That.
You're just jealous of my abilities.
what ability?
My ability to change a topic.
Whatever. We'll change the topic now. Up, Road.
Goodbye, Red.
Oh shit.
Oh, what the? Oh,
Hold on.
shit, he is gone.
I guess you're staying
Hold
like
on.
that for the rest of
Wait,
the
did
video.
his like upper body dissociate from his lower body? What's happening?
He
Hold
flopped
on,
over.
my cat is fucking with my keyboard.
He flopped over.
Oh,
He's
Hold
dead.
on, I'm
Laying
fixing
it out.
oh, he is like
I'm-
dead. Oh, Jesus.
it. Give me a second. My
It's
cat
tired.
with my keyboard.
I'm bored
Technical
right now. Let me
difficulties.
just lay down.
We are currently experiencing technical difficulties. Please, please
like-
bear with me. Appreciate your patience.
Kitty
Please
cat,
be-
I love you, but not on the keyboard, please.
Place the death screen from Pizza
No,
Tower here.
no, I'm placing the technical difficulty screen, the one with a bunch of colors.
Yes.
I don't know what to do now.
Just
Never mind.
just get back on the chair.
And he's gone. Oh, he's back.
Wait, is
Oh.
that what happened? Oh, that's the button.
He ragdolled himself.
Wait.
I was wondering what fucking button.
Okay,
What was the
Cat
ragdoll
hit.
button then?
it's not a
I think
ragdoll, it's a kill.
button, and then
It's
you
a kill bar.
ragdoll.
It's K. Don't do it. All right, so
He's tempted.
let's talk
Okay.
about Destiny 2 and Warframe characters because I think Destiny 2 has a clear advantage on characters. They definitely have way more character development, way more,
They kind of
much
do,
more characters
actually.
in Destiny 2.
Well, that's because that's because they like what was it? They
on.
regularly engage in storytelling.
Yeah.
I need to take a call real quick. I'm sorry
All right.
because they decided
Take
to
your
call
time,
me.
then.
Very annoying.
Very annoying.
All right, if you want, we can take a quick break. Just pause it real quick.
But we'll start again.
In
With,
this-
I guess you could just restart with the root.
No, I can pause it. Don't worry about it. I gotta go
I'm
to
saying well, from when we start back up, you can start again with the
characters.
Yeah, you can just start the character section again.
All right, gotta go to the bathroom, so I'm gonna pause it.
All right.
All right. Back from technical issues. And small break. Okay, so where was I? Characters? Right.
Characters.
Well, I haven't talked too much characters, so I'll leave Destiny to you guys. So go ahead.
Oh goodness.
I will always defend the legend that is Zavala and Lord Shaxx
Alright,
for
peace of Allah.
Destiny. Rest
R.I.P.
in peace, Zavala.
R.I.P.
Lance
No, let's
Reddick
get
was a legend.
Lance Reddick.
Yeah.
Let's give him the proper send off. His actual name.
I'm bad with names.
Yep.
He will always be ours, Zavala.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot more, like, what is it? Like, when a character dies in Destiny, you feel it a lot more than you would in Warframe. If at all. Because, usually characters die in Warframe, you're like, oh,
Oh,
Okay.
He's dead.
he's
Oh,
dead.
no.
Like, I don't care that
Oh
much.
no, Teshin's dead. Oh jeez.
It's still the only character in
really.
Warframe. It's just Tension, Lotus, and that's it.
Yeah.
Half of the
man
cast.
in the wall, I guess,
He do-
technically.
He doesn't count.
I mean the
Because he
the
does
man in the
exist.
wall. Yeah, he is a characters guy. He does count.
What about
Oh yeah, the
Anjo?
man in the wall.
What
yeah.
about Seth Anjo? He is also a character.
What about Seth Andrew?
What about him?
Fucker's
Stefano.
that fucker's too lame. Who cares?
Salad V.
Salad V.
Salad V.
Okay, so I think we can readily agree that Warframe characters are just, on the whole,
They're there.
weaker than Destiny
They
characters.
kind of
Just
are
kinda-
weak. Yeah.
kinda- they have their moments, they can be interesting, but like, come on, guys. Eh. If you like them more, if you like them more,
Good on you.
okay. If you like Space
Yeah,
Bomb more
exactly.
than Zavala, okay, power to you. She is not
Yeah.
better.
Do you
That's
like
not an objective
do you,
statement. Don't
do you
say
like
that.
Cephalon Samaras
I'm
more than any character?
Do you like Cephalon Samaras more than Ghost? Go ahead,
You know,
bro.
I was about to say, I don't like Cephalon Samaras. He gets. I'm like,
Go
it's not
ahead,
even his
bro. It's
character.
Like Cephalon Samaras is an interesting. He's an interesting idea for a character, but an actual character that I have to interact with, like and engage, like see acting.
fuck?
No, Ghost
But-
is way better. Ghost is so much
all
better.
I can say with Cephalon Samaras is just like, back the fuck up, dude. Like, holy shit. Personal space. Have you heard of it, motherfucker?
Oh right, we're talking about Samaras. I don't know. My brain heard
No,
Samaras and thought
Ordis.
Ordis.
No.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, that's
Ordis is awesome. Shush.
Ordis is even less. So everything I said about Samaras was actually about Ordis. Samaras is just lame. He's an annoying asshole. That's it. That's his whole character. He's an annoying asshole who thinks he's smarter than you, probably because he is, but he doesn't have to be such an asshole about it. So
and
Yeah,
also
so
the
Honestly, yeah.
my personal issue, the goddamn personal space, because holy fuck, that guy would not.
Red values his personal space.
I know.
Apparently.
And-
What
oh my
is
God, he
this
gets-
personal space? It's just he's just
Like
like
personal
two,
space,
two
irrelevant.
inches.
Get back to capturing study targets.
He's like 2 inches away from your
It's like,
face, and you're like, ah.
And I'm just like, back off, dude. It's like
Mm-hmm.
6-inch bubble, bro.
Bubble.
Bruh. But yeah. What about Kate 6? We got his gun right there on the corner.
What
I'm
about
like-
Cade 6? All right, so in all fair, I'm gonna take the hot take. I'm gonna say the the max hot take. I don't care. I don't care about Kid Six. He was funny. Nate Fillion is pretty good at this at his job. Kid Six existed.
I'm like, I enjoyed him as a character, and I was sad because of his death, and he had a cool send off, but I was satisfied with it. That was it.
Yeah, satisfying send off.
I wasn't sad when Cade died.
Fair enough.
I wasn't around because the DLC disappeared.
not sad. I was not sad when Cade died.
That's Forsaken, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Wait, Forsaken's gone, right?
Cade.
Forsaken
Yeah,
was gone, yeah.
I actually miss Cade.
I missed him, but in the opposite. Like, I didn't see him at all.
You don't miss Cade. You miss the fact that you didn't get to interact with Cade.
Yeah.
Cade was awesome though.
Not my fault. Destiny was like, oh, let's vault content.
Cade was
Dude,
right. He's pretty
his
funny.
death was fucking sad.
I saw it on a video
Yeah.
because I couldn't play the game. Freaking lame. Anyways.
Although I'm like, it does take into consideration with the whole. It's like, are the ghosts
His
easily
death-
destroyed?
His death was an event.
Because and also it's like it also he died in kind of a stupid way with the way that his ghost was sniped, which is like, wait a
Oh,
minute,
Yeah.
why
that
don't
one
why,
was
why
kinda
don't why
lame.
don't they? It's like, why don't they do that more often with the fucking
I-
guardians and getting rid of them? And it's
They,
like,
No,
wasn't
to
it
be
special?
fair-
Wasn't it
to be
special
fair-
bullets?
Who said they doesn't? No,
Actually, yeah.
there was no indication the bullets were special in any way. Just
Wait, who-
that they hit the ghost.
Which of you idiots told me that then?
Actually, it did. It did say
Not
the
me.
bullets were special.
wait,
Because,
who?
like, I read
Where?
online that there has to be a special kind of bullet to kill ghosts.
You know where that isn't?
In the game?
Exactly.
And in the same way with the way
I will
guardians.
concede that you are probably right, Z, but that's still a knock against the
Yeah.
moment because they didn't. They don't.
Yeah,
they don't convey it
they
very
did
well.
not specify it. Also, the fact that in the game, the guardians can crush the hive ghosts with literally their bare hands.
To be fair, we are light empowered, so there's probably some bullshit going on there.
Probably, but it also makes it very. It looks like you're just crushing a stress ball every time you
At
do
the
it.
same time,
Honestly, yeah.
gameplay.
I mean, yeah, gameplay.
Stressful.
I get it. I get it.
Oh, it was killed by an ontological devourer bullet from Hive
What the-
Magic.
Right.
Oh, hive magic.
Of
Okay, I was like, an
course.
ontological device. What the fuck does that mean with hive magic? Oh, okay. I don't care anymore.
This
Hive
Given
magic
to the
killed Cade's ghost.
Scorn.
hive
It
magic
was-
killed Cade's ghost. Yep.
Yeah,
Okay, that
It was
makes sense.
also given to him by the Scorn as well.
I
right.
guess, yeah, that makes sense.
It is why I
That's the-
prefer
one of the-
Warframe in the
One of the
science
Storm
ways.
commanders is the guy who shot his ghost, though.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, like, it was
the
specifically
sniper
the
dude.
sniper dude. Yeah,
The sniper dude shot his ghost.
Anyways,
and literally
Does that
he was
guy
waiting
shoot
for his
bullets?
chance.
What?
I guess.
I guess.
Huh? I guess.
Don't question it.
Don't
Hey,
question
Oh
it.
wait, we're
True.
wait.
True.
We are dumb. How could we do this? We're talking
did we
about
do?
shit about Warframe's like characters. What about John Protman?
John Prodman is not a character. He is an icon.
Of course.
He
does
is an
He's,
idea.
he is on a He's on a separate not even. He's on a separate plane.
a separate plane of reality from the other character.
Like he's there. He's over there with Clem. He just is good.
No, he's above Clem.
He just is good. He's objectively. I didn't say he was as good as Clem. He is just. They are on a plane where they are just good. They just are good.
All right. So
This
They're
is
just
this is
good. That's it.
If
Is-
you like them or not, like particularly well, that's personal preference, whatever. But they objectively they are good.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
And they all started off as just a funny haha that the developers decided, you know what?
Like
We're gonna
you know what?
canonize this shit.
That is cool. That is good. And then they got put into good.
I'll give that to Warframe. Yeah. Speaking of meme characters, Warframe does have the advantage just because of John Protman.
Just
What?
yeah, I'll give you
Randall
that
the
one.
Vandal.
Randall the Vandal's weak
He's
sauce.
not John Prodman though. He's not.
He's
John,
not.
You can kill. You can kill Randall the Vandal.
Yeah.
I can't kill John Prodman. I can prove my abilities to John Prodman, but I can't kill John Prodman.
If you prove your
No.
I can
abilities,
kill the shit out of Randall though.
he can give you his
Oh, yeah.
autograph when you prove your worth to him, though. As you can see
Did we
behind.
get it?
Prodman doesn't do that. No, not Prodman. Randall.
Yeah.
Randall doesn't.
Oh,
do
Randall.
that.
Yeah, Randall doesn't give you his autograph. Yeah.
Yeah, John Protman is the Shat.
I want Randall's autograph. That would be cool.
Yeah.
All right, final part for wrapping it up, which is probably the worst part to wrap it up in. If you put a Warframe / Tenno against a Guardian, who would win? Obviously, we know who would win, but let's give
Alright,
them a
so
fair
I'm going
chance.
first. I'm going first because me and Sky have discussed this in depth. Do you have that recording still?
I do.
Somewhere. It's somewhere. You might hear that someday. So in the event that we do hear that someday, I will go first and keep mine short. Z or AFK again.
Oh,
Get off of Reddit, Z.
hold
Get off
up.
of Reddit.
He's looking for answers.
It's like,
Answers.
all right.
No, I'm not. I was just chilling.
So my answer. Again, a Warframe against a Guardian. Warframe raffle stomps. Easy peasy. Not even a contest. Warframe versus the Guardian, and people who play Destiny 2 and keep up with the story know that capital T the is a big difference.
Yeah.
It gets a little more difficult. The
Because-
Tenno probably still wins though.
It'd probably be a
Yeah.
close. It would definitely be a closer
Discuss.
fight. It would definitely be a closer fight between the Guardian, because that, for whatever
The
reason,
Guardian
that particular
is-
Guardian is just
The Guardian
OP
is
as
built,
shit.
he is built different. He is built
Yeah,
fucking
he is
different.
built
actually
different.
built different because of like the things that he has accomplished. Okay, I have a question actually. This is
Like, yeah,
going to
people
affect
don't
the
talk,
thing.
people don't talk about Guardians killing gods. They talk about the Guardian killing gods.
Yeah, the Guardian. But okay, so the Guardian has killed many big creatures. Has any Warframe killed like big creatures like that? I'm
Yes.
curious.
Lephantis, I guess.
Oh,
Jordas.
One, every Eidolon ever.
Eidolons.
Two,
Right.
the Jordas. Yeah, the Jordas mount thing.
Lephantis.
I think.
Lephantis
Oh,
is
I think the
big.
closest. I think. I'm trying to think of, would Zol compare to the twins on Deimos?
Who?
Oh, Zol. Yeah, the fucking worm god. Oh god, maybe.
They
You know,
might.
in lore, in size, probably, yeah. In lore, I have no fucking idea. Zol's
I don't
literally
know.
a god, isn't he?
Well, I mean, he's a worm god, yeah, but like,
Lowercase
I know,
g.
I know the
It's a
I know the
lowercase g.
tier of god in Destiny is like not as high as like a god.
yeah.
'Cause-
It's a
because
lowercase g. Yeah.
But at the same time, Zol, I'm pretty sure Zol's literally a god. So like, I don't
He
know.
I know that Zol is like hella powerful, and
I'll
like we've seen. Okay, we've also seen
Oh,
like
Sky, you
the
don't know.
entire
you don't know about Zol.
skeleton.
I think I've seen a video on it.
That content got that content got vaulted sadly.
I saw a video,
Dude,
so
that was such an awesome. Was it a strike? I think it was a strike.
It was a
It
buy
was
video.
a story
Strike.
mission they turned into a strike.
it was a
It
bias
was
video.
so fucking cool.
It was
But
a Vice video.
what is it? I'm so glad I actually had a chance to play it. But I remember you can actually see on the Witch Queen world, you can actually see the skeleton of a fully grown like worm god.
Yeah,
And the
didn't
thing
Hive,
is
like, kill most
absolute-
of their gods.
Yes, but this one was actually killed specifically by Rolk, which was a Chad which is a Chad in
Who is
and of
Chad? Who
itself.
he
Yeah.
just is the Chad meme.
He is the Chad meme.
All right, let's
But
not
in any
let's not
case-
delve too much into the lore, please.
yeah.
For time.
Yeah, we're
In,
getting off
any
topic.
case, in any case, I'm getting to the big monster. You can see the giant skeleton. I think it's at least somewhat close to Vom and Fast, because those things are fucking huge.
They're
But you never really get
so
to
far.
you never really get to see them. Yeah, you never. Well, that's the thing is, even if they're really far away, they're still fucking.
They're like
Which means that
skybox
if you
levels
were
of far
up close,
away.
They'd be even huger.
Yeah,
So actually, yeah, they probably do outskill Zol.
They
Like, just on
might.
sheer size. But again, literal god. So like,
it's
It
a
gets
tough
weird.
call. Yeah,
Shit
it gets weird.
I mean,
Which I think
yeah.
that's. Although you know what does win?
What?
The what is it? The Warframe ships. The railjacks. Those definitely
Oh,
those
Railjack's
definitely
shit
clap.
on
Yeah.
Railjack's shit on Vanguard ships. It's not.
Oh,
That's not
yeah.
even a contest.
Yeah,
Like,
there's no
absolutely shit
contest
on.
at all.
That shit goes. Railjacks go fucking crazy, dude.
And don't forget, orbiters are also stealth ships.
Stealth.
They are.
I know. I was making
the
a joke
only
from
stealth
earlier.
in the game.
It's funny because there's some missions. I think it's on one of the ice planets. If you go fast enough, you can actually see your ship descending into the area underneath where you're like on the extraction zone. You can see your ship go down if you're fast enough and go invisible, just disappear. So when the mission ends, your ship comes from underneath and picks you up and you leave, and it turns invisible. Yeah, those ships have mad cloaking, and the Railjack's cloak as well. They have invisibility stuff. They have black holes they can throw at people. Like, they're crazy. They're cracks.
We're getting off topic again.
You're right. Anyway, see? Your thoughts? I'll leave mine for
Yeah,
last. You're
see.
AFK.
Oh, whoops.
Well,
There we go.
I don't know. I'm like, I think like playing
Nah,
both
it's Z's
games.
turn. It's Z's turn.
Okay, how about this?
Yeah.
Playing both games and seeing the big creatures of what things have fought, I would almost give it to the Warframes, just because their abilities are just so varied and intense compared to some of the Guardian abilities. Like, don't get me wrong, the Guardian abilities, they can be fucking devastating, especially the supers. Supers are absolutely devastating.
Oh yeah, the supers can absolutely wreck.
I'm like, but at the same time, it's just like the Warframe abilities. I don't know. It feels like they can at least. I think this is just a gameplay mechanic thing. I don't know how often, especially in the lore, the Guardians can actually use their abilities. But it feels like the Warframe's abilities are always quote unquote on, compared to the Guardians.
Absolutely.
They can spam the shit out of them.
I'm like, I think that might just be a gameplay mechanic instead of like an actual lore thing. Because I'll be honest, I don't know how in lore the Guardian powers work. Like, I don't know if they can just like summon them at will, and it's just a gameplay mechanic that it's like, oh, we get ours every so, like to keep it balanced. I don't know. I'll be honest. I'm the first to say I have no idea.
How deep is the distinction between lore and gameplay?
Exactly.
Warframe is a bit loose on that, yeah. Alright, see?
Yeah, Warframe, the distinction is loose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's your turn, see?
What was the question again?
Warframe,
fight, who
Tenno, or
wins?
Guardian. Who would win?
Hmm. Okay. I think I'll have to just go with you guys because like I barely
For
pay
all of
attention.
our arguments.
Barely pay attention to the lore, and like for the sake of the argument, yeah, I think I'll go with the Warframes and Tennos.
Yeah, I think the Tenno, just without the Warframe, I think the Tenno can't clap the Guardian.
The Tenno without the
Yeah.
Warframe, that becomes heavily weighted in the Guardian's favor. Because
Yeah, I
at
was
the end
about
of the
to say.
day, bullet to Tenno brain probably kill Tenno. Like I'm sorry, it
Yeah.
probably do.
Alright, what's stopping?
The tiny Tenno brain.
I was about to say, I'm like, Sky, all I can remember is the mission with Excalibur Umbra and him throwing my Tenno around like a goddamn ragdoll. Yeah, no.
That's because you're not built.
Yeah.
That was
Sky,
that was
I'm
your
saying-
fault.
No, Sky. That's what I'm
He
saying.
means in the
is-
cutscene.
in the cutscene, that too. The cutscene is also very important, where he just basically, the fucking Warframe just grabs and then just yeet. That's what I was talking about, because like,
This bitch full of void. Yeet.
yeah, and then like the Warframe does not give a shit at all.
They don't. No, Warframe.
Warframe
Wait,
does not
Warframe straight up
any
claps. But the Warframe straight. Oh, it's my turn now. Warframe straight up claps
Oh, okay.
everything in Destiny 2. Vex they don't care. Clapped. The Worm Gods clapped. They don't give a shit. The Cabal clapped as well. Oh, what's that? They got the Leviathan.
Yeah.
They don't care. Clapped too. The Fallen, easy clap. Hive, yeah, clap.
I'm like, poor Fallen.
The,
Uh,
They can never
I'm
catch
sorry,
a
the
break.
Fallen are like the weakest faction.
Yeah.
It's not even a contest.
Easy, yeah.
and obviously the Guardians would clap.
Although I would probably rescue some of the, like remember the
Nah, Penta
remember
baby.
Yeah,
punt
the babies.
We can punt the
No, no,
babies
no.
now. By the way, Sky, we can
Punt
punt
I'm
the
the
like,
babies.
baby.
excuse you, it's not
Kick
punch
the
the
baby.
babies.
Kick the baby.
It's dribble and shoot the babies. Excuse
Yeah,
me.
kick the baby.
Oh,
I'll
You
do.
you're
shoot
right.
like
I
basketball.
just remember, punt the baby is just such a phrase.
It is.
I'll make sure to
But
do
I'm
that
like,
while I'm playing solo. Okay, don't worry about it.
I'm like, did you ever
Thank
see the freaking meme? It was like a little cartoon where it was like a black lady like basically like shooting a 3 with a baby. You could do that in Destiny.
No, those memes are those memes are cursed. You don't talk about those.
What do you mean? That's exactly why we talk about them, Sky. Come on.
That's cursed as fuck. No,
No, it's good. That's
no,
good shit.
no.
That's funny shit.
Those are cursed memes. We don't talk about that.
We talk about cursed memes.
No, we don't.
You brought us on here, Sky. We talk about cursed memes.
Yeah, you brought us on
This
here.
is your fault.
I see.
We talk about that shit.
I really have terrible influences.
Yes, you do. Yes,
It's like,
you do.
It's like you send us the
And we
cursed
all know
memes,
it.
we find more.
Did not send that
Don't
cursed
be
meme.
mad. Don't be mad when we talk about the memes you send us.
I did not send that. I did not
You sent
send
other
that.
shit though. You
Well,
sent other shit though.
I same shit. The dude who sends the
No,
worst
you
ones
don't.
is
You
same sense of
explicitly
stuff.
like, bro. You go out of your way to not send me some of the shit you throw on Telegram because you call it curse. It's like, oh well, now I kind of want to see it, but
And I don't
also,
show it to
thank
you. And I don't, because it's cursed. Because I acknowledge its
But some of it you
cursedness.
do.
No, I don't.
Well, guess what? You know
Alright.
what that means? It means Red sees it. So you know, where's your excuse there?
Anyways, off topic again. Sky, what are your final thoughts?
I think the Tenno still wins against the Guardian. Because
Tenno?
what's stopping the Tenno from just going into void mode, walking behind the Guardian, who's like, "What the fuck did they go?" and just immediately just amping them straight in the face, just Kamehameha wave, just straight in the face.
Well, question one is, would that kill him? And then question two is, would the ghost be able to res him without getting bopped?
No, because the
Void- sorry,
ghost takes a
for
while to
anyone who thinks
revive.
if anyone thinks void energy wouldn't bop a ghost, you're wrong. I'm sorry.
I
It's-
think
no.
it can. I think it can.
No, it
Oh,
can.
bibbidi
It can.
bobbidi boobidi.
It's
I'm
paracausal.
working under the assumption
It's
that, yes, void
paracausal, I
energy
think
can
it
kill a
works.
ghost. Sorry, bro.
It's paracausal, and I think it works.
I don't know if void energy is paracausal, but don't care. Don't
I think
care.
it
It's
is.
it's fucking void energy. That
Don't
shit can kill a
care,
ghost.
bibbidi bobbidi boobidi.
What's stopping?
Bibbidi bobbidi, your
What's
ghost
stopping
is
the
my
Tenno?
property.
What's stopping the Tenno from just spawn camping him the second he gets revived?
Falling asleep.
Yeah, falling asleep.
It's like, do they fall asleep?
Can they fall
I
asleep?
don't think Guardians fall asleep at all.
If guardians do fall asleep, we never see it because
I don't think
it's not
Tenno
relevant.
sleep because they're
Well, yeah,
either
I mean, that
in
one's not relevant,
transference
yeah.
or in like their form. So if they want to
Oh, yeah,
just
they
actually,
kind of
they're
have like a.
tired, though.
It's
Oh,
like we
almost a
know that
cryo
Guardian. The funny thing is, because of the Drifter, we know that Guardians need to eat. Technically,
Guardians or
But-
Tenno?
no. The Guardians. Guardians actually do need.
Oh,
to
that's right.
eat.
There's drifters in both games.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, right. My bad. The Drifter from Destiny 2. Like from him, we know for a fact that Guardians actually do need
My
to eat
boy,
to
the
survive,
Drifter.
But the Ghost will keep reviving them anyways, and they'll be in like a state of
Yeah.
like constant hunger.
If
Because
they,
I'm like,
if,
that is like an actual thing that happened.
Alright.
That's fucking
all
brutal.
right. Counter argument.
Yeah,
So
it's
when the
good.
Tenno, when the Tenno gets tired of killing them and he wants to take a nap, he just tags in with Umbra, and Umbra takes over and just spawn camps him for a while. You know,
Who said we had Umbra?
I'm not.
Because there's a bunch of other sick, awesome Warframes.
I know,
Oh,
but
yeah,
the fact that Umbra is just
better
Also, this is a
Warframe.
Tenno 1v1. This
Yeah.
is a Tenno 1v1. Where's the Warframe? There's no Warframe
Hey, what
here.
happened to Warframe?
Hey, wait a
Where's the
second.
Warframe.
hey, you
Oh,
don't,
gone because we yeeted it because Tenno 1v1.
and you're like,
yeah,
oh,
Tenno.
Void doesn't kill the ghost. Bullshit. If high
What?
magic,
No, I
can...
didn't.
if
I was
high
saying
magic
Void
can,
does
so
kill
can
the
Void.
ghost.
well, if Void
it's
I was
does,
high
making
Void...
fun of
magic.
anyone who might say that.
You're gaslighting me again.
Dude,
Hive
No, I
magic.
did. You misunderstood me. I explicitly stated, yes, I think void energy could kill a ghost.
Well, I thought I heard the opposite.
Clearly.
Well,
You try to gaslight me.
we'll see at the recording, whatever.
Stop gaslighting.
But yeah, I think easy clap. No, doesn't matter what. Heck, I think what was the factions in Warframe? I think most of the factions in Warframe compare pretty well against the the ones in Destiny, except for maybe the Cabal, because the Cabal are kind of bullshit. Like,
about the
all
Hive?
Cammy bullshit.
and the Hive.
Wait,
Yeah, the Hive is. Ooh. Ooh.
I'm like they're literally native. Well, I don't think they were native, but they definitely were on a literal gas giant. Where, if I remember the lore correctly, this gas giant had a whole bunch of continents that were floating on, I guess, a figurative, not a figurative. It was an ocean, but like, in a gas giant.
How does that
And
work?
basically, they were living on these
How the fuck would that
exactly.
even work?
Why do you think I'm bringing it up? Damn it!
What the fuck?
What the hell?
This is the lore. It's because if you look up what is it called, fundament, like Hive fundament, then you can read all about this fucking wacky ass planet where it actually had a whole bunch of different kind of like alien species. Because for whatever reason, a whole like got stuck on this planet, and there was also the worm gods that were in the quote unquote oceans of the planet. And it was just like, how the fuck does this even work? Like, what the fuck?
Well,
And
that's
that's
just
where
weird.
apparently the Hive came. Yeah, no, it's weird shit.
Oh
like
god,
the
Hive are
is.
billions of years old.
Yeah, no, the Hive
Yeah.
is. The Hive are
Oryx
fucking
and
ancient.
Oryx is billions of years old when we turned him into a gun. What the?
Yeah, like I said, it's the fucking
What the
Hive
fuck?
is bonkers. And like the Vex have been around since like almost the beginning of the goddamn universe.
Question: Has the
And I'm
Vex
talking
done
about like
anything
almost.
other than to colonize like just not colonize, like Vexify, I guess, a few planets?
Not a
Like-
few, Sky.
Meh.
about to say,
Again,
like-
meh.
They've been around like for whatever reason. A lot of these factions have been around for a fuck time, except for the Cabal, the Guardian faction,
And the Fallen.
and the Fallen, because those are like more traditional races, I guess. Like quote unquote traditional.
I still. Okay, so let's put it in this way: the Tenno are cut above the rest from them all. We can say what's next: Vex or Hive, or Infested. Actually, Infested would be nice. Nah,
Wait,
I
are we
would
going
say-
up or down?
we're
Yeah.
up to down.
So, okay, up to down. So like what? Like tall. The top one is the strongest, and then we go down to the weakest, right?
I think Infested are OP as fuck if you let them be. If you're left
that's
to be OP,
true,
yeah.
they are OP as fuck. They're basically like robotic pathogens or some shit like that, and they can
Wasn't it, like, a
infest. They
robotic
can
virus
yeah,
that
something
you
like that.
could-
They can infest robotics. They can infest organic matter. They don't give a shit. What Vex are organic and robotic? Don't care. You can infest them both. The Leviathan is a giant ship that can eat planets, and Deimos is a planet. It doesn't eat planets, by the way. It actually eats planetoids and moons. Get that right. It's actually smaller than the moon.
Well, yeah, because Deimos is tiny.
Yeah, Deimos is
Like
tiny.
I'm talking about like the real Deimos is actually very tiny.
What's stopping the
It's
infested?
basically
Other
it's
than
basically a
flamethrowers.
floating rock.
Yeah, what's stopping the infested from just infesting the Leviathan?
The fact that it's
All
already
of the
infested by the.
guns.
I was about to say, like, besides
all of
the-
gun.
the
and
fact
mouth.
that the
The
Leviathan is
gun.
already infested by the Egregore.
Actually, no. The mouth will probably be an entry point. They
The
probably,
mouth is an
probably.
entry point.
they try to eat it. They
Oh,
try
mouth
to eat
is
it,
an
and
entry point.
Oh
they
god.
try like the Leviathan tries to eat it, and then it's like they just don't get eaten. And then they
Yo,
try
if the
to kill it. It's like, well,
Leviathan
rip.
eats Deimos, like the Warframe Deimos, it just gets infested immediately. That entire thing, it's just
Oh,
overwhelming.
probably. Yeah, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Instant clap.
Yeah, just dead.
Instant clap. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay,
So it
so
would become the new Deimos.
it would, yeah.
Ah,
It would be too much
the new
for them to
witness.
handle. Because they're just eating a whole infested planet. That's way too much matter. And then they turn it into wine and then infest some of their own, like, cabal. They're fucked. Immediately screwed.
Absolutely.
The
yeah.
Vex, if they infest a Vex milk, that would be like a fight between, like, their minds or whatever the fuck the Vex milk does. Because that's their, like,
Well, the
essence,
Vex-
right?
Well, see, the thing is the Vex milk is actually what is the Vex. Like,
I know.
That's actually the Vex.
So,
The robotic shit is the stuff that they built.
they can
But like
infest...
the milk itself that's actually the Vex.
Yeah, so they can infest if they infest the Vex milk, insta win if they can. if they infest the robotic parts, the Vex can't do shit about it. What are they gonna do? Just try to
Well,
outpower?
see, the only thing is with the if they infest the robot parts, then they're like, okay, whatever, and then they make more.
Yeah,
That's kind of the thing.
and that's more for them to infest.
Well, yeah.
So
That's
it's just,
what I'm
you're
saying.
just
It's like,
feeding.
It's kind of
You're feeding the infested, technically. All right,
Yeah,
so
I guess I can see
you know
that.
what?
But yeah, anyway.
Infested top tier. After the Tenno. What's underneath them? We got Cabal, we got Fallen, we got. Well, actually, let's put Fallen at the bottom right now. Let's just put them down there.
Or Fallen.
Yeah.
Or Fallen.
All right, we got Cabal, we got Hive, we got, I guess, Vex as well. We got what is it called?
I'd probably put
Corpus,
I'd probably
Grenier.
put Vex next.
I
I'd
think
probably
so.
put Vex next.
I think Vex.
and then
next.
and then Hive after that.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
And then
because
that's kind of like the bullshit factions.
Had the
and then you can
Hive
do all the
fought
normal ones.
against the Vex, actually?
Probably.
I don't think I remember any instances of that.
I don't think there's. Wait,
Maybe.
I can't think of one. There probably is. I just can't think of it.
Yeah, I can't think of one either.
Yeah, I can't think of one. I think they're on par, because the Hive is bullshit.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying is like the Vex, they had more time. You kind of trust how much time they've been around because they've been around since the fucking beginning of the goddamn universe.
Aren't the Hive equally as old?
I think they're actually younger. Because I'm like Sky. When I say the beginning of the universe, I'm talking about like the cosmic soup of the universe, like where everything was just fucking energy.
That's stupid, and I don't believe it.
That's what the lore says. I've read the lore. That's what the lore says. Damn it.
I think that was just.
Oh,
It's like the Pokedex
Sky, the man
entries.
in the wall existing is equally stupid. Don't worry about it.
I think that's like the Pokedex
don't worry
entries.
about it.
It's just bullshit somebody wrote, and they're like, "Oh, it must be true."
Sky, isn't that
That's
all
Kind of
fiction?
lore.
Who
That
made
is
the
all
Vex?
all
then?
fiction.
Who made the Vex then?
Sky, that's all.
Who said someone made the Vex?
Then they're
Yeah.
stupid.
The Vex made
And the man in the
themselves.
wall isn't?
The Man in the Wall is like an extra time. It's like some Lovecraftian bullshit. We don't talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, who made... Bruh.
Yeah, who made the man in the wall then, huh, Sky?
The Vex are techno sci-fi bullshit, and
Yeah, the Vex
Man in the Wall
literally made themselves.
it's Lovecraft bullshit. Lovecraft bullshit
Yeah.
makes more
what's
sense
the
than
difference?
He
sci-fi
admits the man
bullshit.
in the wall is equally bullshit. Let's go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. He
seriously.
admits that they're equally bullshit.
Whatever.
Which means
I'm
it doesn't matter.
I'm still putting the
Yeah.
Hive over the Vex.
Mm.
Eh,
I don't agree with that, but
eh.
Just
I guess agree to disagree.
right. So the only
Yeah.
reason the Vex are OP is because people say they're OP, but we never see an instance of them being OP.
He is fuck boy.
Like, I guess their only way of being OP is like, oh look, they almost took over Nessus. That's about it. And
To be fair, the only thing is they keep getting overshadowed by the light and the dark because they're not being focused on.
I guess.
I
I mean,
think
if they can't deal with light and
they
dark,
might
they're
have been focused.
just there.
They might have been focused more on what is it called in Destiny
Were we
1?
supposed to be ending
maybe?
this podcast?
We were.
We were. All right, let's just wrap it. Whatever. Vex and Hive. Let's put them. Let's put them similar to each other. You know, like on the same tier.
Let's just continue this in the next episode then.
Nah, we're finishing this now.
All right.
Vex and Hive, same tier. Whatever. Next, Cabal, Grenier, Corpus, Sentient.
I mean, Sentient's got to go first, doesn't it? Because Sentient's pretty powerful.
Wait, did you put Sentience on... Oh, wait, no. I was about to say, like, did he just put Sentience under Orkin? No.
No.
That's factually incorrect.
I was no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think Sentient goes next.
Sentient's next.
I think Sentient goes next, yeah.
I think it probably goes Sentient and then Orican
And then
Yeah.
everybody else.
and then everybody
Yeah,
else.
really.
With
Yeah,
the
really.
Fallen at the bottom.
With the Fallen at the bottom.
So
and then
that would
they-
just
and
leave
then the,
Corpus, Grenier,
the
Cabal.
Grenier, yeah, and then those three they can duke it out for who's second worst.
No, so fun fact, so personally, I consider the Corpus above the Grenier because if the Corpus were stronger than the Grineer, the Corpus would not exist because they would have just beaten them before they could get off the ground.
Yeah, I guess you got a
Or
point
at
there.
least notably far off the ground. But the Corpus did not only get off the ground, they have become, at worst, equal with the Grineer.
Honestly, yeah.
I would say that the Corpus has pretty high technology compared to
I also think the
The
Corpus
factions.
aren't really trying
'Cause,
to
like,
take
they
over.
have pretty good
You also got to
technology.
remember that the Grineer have access to Orokin tech.
True.
Yeah.
They both have access to Orc and Tech.
Well, yeah, because they were both in the Orokin civilization.
So the Grineer
So-
have Kuva access to Kuva, and the Grineer have access to Kuva, and the Corpus have access to the
That's
Voids
no bullshit.
and the Void. Because
to like
of
Parvos
Parvos.
and his bullshit.
Yeah, because of Parvos, they have access to the Void stuff.
Doesn't Parvos not like the Corpus, though?
Yes, but that's a
At least
separate
the current
faction.
Corpus?
It's a separate faction of Corpus now. But remember, there's also the Amalgam Corpus segment from LV. So we got sentient tech on Corpus as well. Basically, they are just stealing all the tech.
Which that makes sense.
So I'd say Corpus probably a bit higher than Grineer, but where does that leave Cabal?
I mean, the Cabal are just like a warlock race. Warlock race. Jesus Christ. They are
accurate.
They are a warlike race that
Warlike?
lost their planet to the Hive, and that's the reason why they are here. That's why they came to the Destiny area. You know, basically to the Destiny Thunderdome.
That's a standard.
I thought them losing Tora Bottle was recent.
Was it recent?
I thought it was recent. Am I wrong?
Maybe it was.
I thought that was recent.
I think
think
it
you might
was
be right.
recent because
Okay,
what's
so
his name?
well, okay,
it was.
so they,
It has to be recent because
The
what was it?
Leviathan came before that.
Gaul became emperor after Callus.
right.
Callus shows up in early Destiny 2. Gaul also shows up. What was it Title? Like they don't lose Tora Bottle till Keitel is empress. Keitel doesn't become empress till later in Destiny 2. So Tora Bottle falling has to be recent.
Okay. Well, okay, and also Sky.
Yeah?
Does the Corpus and Grineer have access to star killing?
The sentient do.
Well, I'm not asking
No.
about the sentient Sky. I'm not asking about the sentient. I'm talking about specifically the Grineer and the Corpus because that's what we're talking about.
They have giant fuck you lasers. I'm not sure if it's like star
No,
killers,
I
but I'm
don't
not
think so.
sure.
I don't think they have star killing.
Then
not
I would
star
say
killers.
put the Cabal above the two of them because
But-
Cabal has specifically tech that does that.
They did shoot a star killer ship, and it did get destroyed. So
Well, that doesn't
Wait,
matter.
what?
It's the fact.
Wait. Who shot a star killer ship? What?
it's the Murex. The Murex is a star killer ship. Wait, no, there's a separate ship. Never mind.
I'm like, is that the
I was about to
fucking?
say.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, is that part of the Corpus? You keep getting off topic, guy. We're focusing on the
Off
Corpus,
topic.
Grineer,
Oh.
and Cabal.
Well, the Corvus shot the
I'm
ship.
focusing only on these three idiots.
No, I don't think.
I'm
No,
not-
they don't have
I'm
star
asking-
killer ship.
He's trying to use the Murex to scale the Corpus.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Which
Thank you.
I mean, that's cool that they can kill the ship, but they don't have
Is the
that
Murex
tech.
is the Murex a star killer?
No, I think it's a separate ship, but it was similar to the Murex.
If the Corpus can combat weapons or armaments capable of killing stars, then the Cabal having star killing weapons becomes less of a buff in their favor.
You got a point.
Because then you have to
will
debate
concede
if they
that.
could successfully employ the weapon.
I'm not sure if Ballas's ship was a Murex or not, so I'm not sure.
I think it is.
It was Ballas's flagship. I know that much, but I'm not sure if it was a Murex.
I do have to say though, is like that does give them a little bit of a point, just because they have that sort of technology, which that does make
don't
them
think-
pretty scary.
I don't think Murexes are star killers.
It was Ballas's ship. I'm not
Thank
sure if
God.
it was a Murex.
Thank God.
I mean, if it was like a planet killer, that's still pretty impressive though.
That's
'cause, I
still
mean,
pretty.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
most of them have planet
Anyway,
killing tech.
so we're going Cabal, followed closely by Corpus,
Followed by
Yep.
Grineer.
then the Grineer,
Let's not forget
And
about the
Grineer.
and then the
Licious.
Fallen at the bottom.
Let's not forget about Licious and Sisters. They're OP
True,
as fuck.
witches and sisters.
But
Well, yeah, but that's only the one dude, and I'm like, yeah, I mean,
No, there's a bunch of liches and a bunch of sisters. They're just
Is
not
there?
like they're not common, but there's more than one of each.
oh, okay.
yeah,
It's like because I'm like they are strong, but like, are they stronger than like the sentient bullshit? Are they
They don't
stronger
die.
than?
They don't die.
Well, I mean,
They
that,
don't
that
die. So
true.
I assume they would at least be stronger than your average foot soldier, and then the fact that they don't die makes them hard to kill even by people weak, like on par or stronger than them, because they just don't die.
They get
That
strong.
makes
They
sense.
get a Senkai boost whenever they die. So
That too.
Although we are talking about the faction as well, not just those, not just those dudes.
what?
So they can't kill them, but there's probably ways I'm sure if you dropped a Kuvelich into the sun, even if they didn't die, they'd have a damn hard time coming back.
Oh god.
Yeah,
I think
and
they.
not to mention they'd probably get crushed by the gravity like repeatedly.
I think
That's
they
what I'm saying.
died.
It's like
Get miserable
even
and-
if they don't just stop existing, they ain't coming back probably.
Probably not.
Probably
Yeah.
coming back.
All right. I'll say.
Yeah.
I'll
So
agree
the
with
Cabal
this.
go on top.
Cabal Corpus Grenier Fallen.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Fallen. Poor Fallen.
Poor Fallen. They always get the short end of the stick. I swear.
Because they were like a dying species when they showed up. Like, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Poor Fallen. All right. See.
Poor
Send us
Fallen.
off.
Yes.
Wake up first. There we go.
Yeah, I'm up. Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, announce your voice. Send us off, Z.
All right. So, I don't know what to say, to be honest.
Well, is there anything you want to add, or, like?
Oh, well, yeah, even though they're like the bottom of the totem pole, I do think that the Elixni have a very unique design, to be honest.
They're cool looking. Yeah.
Duh.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
They're one of the best of the species in Destiny 2.
Actually, wait.
Design wise.
Can't they also interact with Vex technology?
Well, yeah. That's what the splicers are there for.
So that makes them kind of strong then. If they had numbers, but they're almost extinct. If they had numbers, they would be
Well,
kind
yeah.
of strong.
See, that's where we're looking at the factions as a whole. Also, please wrap it up. I gotta help.
All
people.
right. Well, thank you for joining our podcast. Hopefully, we'll be more organized next time. This is the first
Honestly,
of
yeah.
many. Hopefully, first of many. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Well, I would like you all to like and subscribe. Obviously, that would help with the channel. And
Hell yeah.
I'm very bad at asking for this. Come on, help me, YouTube.
Gotta
3.
play the algorithm.
Got to play the algorithm.
Play the algorithm.
It's just like and subscribe. The Dragon Haven is out.
It sure is. All right. Oh, this will be a pain to edit. I moved.
Yep.
Fuck.
How dare you?
Okay.
Stop moving.
I will be back. I promise.